All right, I know this is a week old, but we have Vito the Pedo, the Vitophile, chimping out at his master, biting the hand that feeds. Honestly, this guy, there's enough about this guy that there could be like a whole, Vito is fourth thing stream. The two problems are, number one, who's there to even convince? Like, for real, who's there even to convince? Everybody already hates him. And then number two, the other problem is, I feel like this whole thing is still in the oven. It's still in the oven a little bit. It's not fully baked. I don't think he's been fully kicked off the show yet. We're kind of moving in that direction. But the theory has always been that the only reason that Dick keeps Vito around is so kind of a similar reason why, like, the Godwinson thing or what Jubb would do. You always keep someone around that's just a little stupider, just a little more unlikable than you. That way you always have someone to punch down on. And I guess Dick went all the way and kept him as close as possible. But Vito is so toxic, is so retarded that it's not even worth it anymore. It's not even worth it anymore. It's like it's actively harming him. And apparently in this whole fight, it's revealed that Vito is like calling Dick's wife. It is sort of interesting how just having a kid on the way has completely changed Dick Masterson's perception of this. Because it's like right after that, then you have Dick say that Vito can't come to the house anymore. That was like in April. So they stopped filming in the house. You'd think that maybe he was starting to plan then the breakup, like how he was going to do it in a way where he could extricate himself from Vito, from the Vitophile, without taking any hit himself. But Vito's also been having his own problems where there's some like A-log, like it's just funny. There's this guy, Schizo Sean, I think he's called. He made like a whole blog post about how he went to Vito's, like, because Vito lives in like a shitty apartment in LA that he probably pays like $5,000 for or something in retarded, and he has like he shares like a garage with all his shit. Anyway, Schizo Sean like showed up and trolled him a little bit, and Vito freaks out. Of course, he's also wearing a Bluey shirt, which is kind of crazy. Why he's wearing a shirt for a kids show? This guy who's entirely known for just being like an, I quote, ironic pedophile, right? But it's exactly what Riley did to Eric July. Like, that's the real joke here. Is that everything that Schizo Sean has done to him is exactly what Riley did to Eric July, and Vito defended that. He was like, "Oh, it's just jokes, bro. It's just I'm an LA-based comedian. I know what funny looks like. That's why I've been here for 10 years and can't do shit." And he chimped out, and also like he's mad at the fans for calling him fat. I guess who is still fans of the Dick? Like I don't know. Maybe I'm just completely... the problem is I never really started knowing anything about Dick Masterson until people had already started to turn on him. Like, I was never, like, a fan. I never watched Biggest Problem in the Universe. I didn't, like, read the website or anything. I only really started hearing it, like, knowing anything about Dickless Molesterson once everyone started hating him. So, like, I don't have that experience, that feeling of, oh, like, this guy used to be good or whatever. But who is still on board? Like, is it just the cuties people? Like, I don't know. But anyway, it is funny that it seems that the only reason why this guy was kept around was just to be a troll shield. Essentially an elaborate, self-destructing troll shield for Dickless. And it's not even worth keeping around for that anymore.
Massachusetts man for 50. How do I get you guys back in studio together? I don't know.
You watch Biggest Problem because maybe it is. I don't know. Like, I don't even want to go so far as to say like it was never good, because like I said, I was never a fan back then. Maybe it was good. I don't know. But it's not good anymore. Everything I see from it is just this. Look at him. God, dude, he looks beat, man. He looks like he just had to work a full day, but we know he didn't have to do that. I guess the real problem was, honestly, I think the real thing that made Dick finally realize it wasn't worth it was the banning of the pay pigs. Because Vito was like banning the pay pigs. There's also the comic. I didn't even mention the comic. There's a really good post on Kiwi Farms, actually, of a guy who goes through the timeline of the comic, of all the deadlines it's missed, all this stuff. And And now he's like rejecting refunds. Like people are directly asking for refunds and he's not giving it. You think Ralph saw the way the wind was blowing? No, yes and no. It's sort of like how sometimes Kanye can make something that's really, even though he's like crazy and has no idea what he's doing, like he can make something that's like really taps into a moment like HH and everything. But if you ask him to explain it, he has no idea how to explain it. He has no idea, like, it makes it worse when he tries to explain it. Ralph is kind of like that, where he's subconscious. Like, he is so attuned to the waves of the sector that he'll like, not even know why he's feuding with someone or breaking up with someone. He did the same thing with Nick Fuentes. Like, he happened to break with Nick, like, at the perfect time for him to do it. Now, you could say he should have done it before, but at least from his perspective, from a purely strategic standpoint, he kind of did it like right before, you know, Jaden and all those guys came out and really like put Nick on the cross. Although, like I said, there was reasons to not like Nick before. So yeah, I think if you were to ask Ralph, he would not, maybe he'd try to cope after the fact. He wouldn't know, but you know, he felt the waves and the force, like the wills of the sector. And so yeah, I think that like I said, there's also the comic thing. There's a really good time. I might pull it up too because it's a good post that goes through the timeline, and that's just part of the whole like Comicsgate thing, where these guys, none of them have met any of their deadlines. There's like, I think maybe 2 comics that have. There's like 1 or 2 guys who've come out at all, and then all the rest of them, like there's Ethan Van Sciver with the Cyberfrog thing. There's a really good, the guy who makes the RTU documentaries. Mikey Gnome, he has one on Comicsgate that's really good that goes through all that. But Schizo Sean gave Vito like $2,000 to destroy. Yeah, he was also the one who had him destroy a bunch of his stuff. You don't think Jaden's, well, no, he can't. So the only reason that Jaden was able to do as much damage as he did was because his message was filtered through a bunch of other people, including I hate to give him the W here, but Kino Casino definitely helped him out a lot. And that was probably one of the most righteous things Kino Casino ever did, was going after Nick. Not all of it was good. Some of it was really lame, but at least putting that stuff out there was good. Yeah, that's the problem, is like, to be the sort of person that falls so deep into the Fuentes cult in the first place, you already have to be kind of not predisposed to being able to strike back at him. Which is, you know, that's just how like cults work. That's how you do it. I really, really don't like Nick Fuentes. He's another guy that probably deserves like a dedicated stream, because there's just so much there, and he's kind of like Jubb, where it's like I couldn't think of hiring a better controlled opposition. Like I couldn't think of hiring someone to discredit some of these ideas more than him. But yeah, basically Vito, I mean, he's got all this stuff going on. He's the ironic pedophile. He can't finish his comic. He's getting trolled in exactly the same ways he said was totally okay with Eric July. It's funny because Eric July, like in any other kind of fight, would probably look like the sillier person. I mean, there's some funny clips from him. There's some really funny clips from Eric July where he's talking about roads and shit. Like he should be someone that like would be the guy getting laughed at. But again, it's with enemies like these, right?
I don't know.
Inject my tempus tympani muscle with Botox while I'm sleeping. That's the next step if the central nervous system stuff doesn't work. What?
Sure.
What? Sure.
Okay.
The Jaden Paypig, yeah. I mean, him and Simon, like the other guy who went on, they gave up like their lives for Nick. Like they didn't get a job. They didn't get like they really went all in. And the problem is, when you look back at it, there were signs that Nick was not serious and not to be trusted almost from the very beginning, like with Alsip and all that stuff.
What's your okay?
Whatever you want to say.
What do you mean, whatever I want to say?
He's so mad. He's so mad. Like
that's what's keeping me out of the studio.
Yeah.
So like I said, Dick. So they don't film this in the studio anymore. They haven't since I think April. Again, I honestly think it's because Dick is having a kid and is starting to kind of realize he needs to extricate himself, and because Vito's banning the pay pigs and stuff, which is the only thing keeping biggest problem keeping it afloat, because there's all sorts of weird stuff. There's some weird numbers with this show. I don't know if the Patreon is all real. Their engagement, like, unironically, I know everybody hates Maddox, and the whole lol suit thing was dumb, and he makes some dumb tweets. He's like a libtard or whatever. But some of the stuff he said in his like giant mega video from like a year ago were unironically true. Like pointing out some of the discrepancies with engagement and how like real his following even is, kind of were food for thought.
All right.
What do you mean? All right.
I got it.
God, these guys, how do men fight like this? When I get into like a fight with my friends where you're like screaming at each other and it all ends up fine or whatever, and we're calling each other all these names and stuff, it's like a direct fight, and then you get it all out. You get all your like, you get all whatever you're feeling out, and then you go like cook a burger or something. But this is so catty, like between them. What
do you mean you got it?
Sounds good.
Sounds good. You think you're being kept out for some other reason?
I don't know.
Obviously, that you're passive aggressively saying.
I mean, what's going on? I don't know.
I told you what's going on. Sound causes me a tremendous amount of pain. I don't know where it's coming from. I don't know why.
And I'm too loud.
I mean, you're constantly loud. Yeah, you're extremely loud. Yeah.
Your very presence causes me pain. That's what he's saying here. He's saying, your mere presence, your aura causes me pain.
So could I be less loud?
I don't think so. No.
Okay.
You're incapable of not causing me pain. That's so funny. That's such a weird thing for him to say. The reason is that you're just say the truth. Dick, just tell him it's like you're banning the only people who are giving me money. You're wearing bluey shirts. You're talking about like all this crazy shit online right before I'm about to have a kid. And yeah, the irony, like Dick's entire quote comedy stylings is just screaming. That's one of the reasons I have never been able to really listen to this show, is because part of it is, like I said, I only kind of really knew about Dick after the wave had turned against him. But then whenever I listen to it, it's just screaming all the time. I mean, people complain about the sector. They complain about the IBS. People just screaming, you're a pedo at each other, right? I get it. I get why people, like, some people can't handle that. But that's Dick's entire show, and you don't even get the blood sports out of it.
Okay.
That's fine.
No, it's not fine, because you started this.
Imagine tuning in, and this is supposed to be the LA comedian, LA comedian podcast. You're here to think of what's at the cusp of the like neo-Canaanite religious culture in LA. And it's just these two washed up guys, both of them totally kicked out of the comedy circuit. They don't do stand up. They don't do anything, being like, well, no, you're mad. Well, no, you're mad. Well, no, you have a problem. But well, no, you have a problem.
I saying, okay, whatever.
Is this what the people who give Dick money, like, this is what they're looking for?
Like, you don't believe me?
I don't.
You don't? Okay. Well, go fuck yourself. Ding dong, thug us for 5. Oh, by the way, Vito, what tiers of Super Killer are eligible for the refund? That guy's 3X cover pack signature isn't eligible. What is? What's eligible for the refund?
The lunchbox.
The lunchbox is eligible for the refund?
Yes.
All right. Cameron for 2. What era do we live in this week, Vito? Good question. Jab City for 2. What's with all the junk behind you, Vito? Jackson, Mark Antonio.
He's just got all this shit. He's got to pack it into this little apartment in LA.
Oh, for 5. Whoops. So sad that Joey Swole quit, so he won't get his fitness pandering videos for a whole week. I know, it's so bad that he quit. Jab City for 2. Stop doing.
I'm not trying to be a dick. All right. I just don't know what's going on.
I don't think people think you're a dick. I think they think that you're a retarded degenerate.
That's it.
You don't know what's going on with what?
A lot of things, man.
I don't know what's happening, guys.
You're fine with implying that you don't believe shit and like throwing doubt in.
I just want to talk about it on the show, but I can't talk to you any other way. So
yeah. So say your thing now. Don't just like imply that you don't believe it or there's something else going on.
So now he's calling. I don't know what's going on. Where was this for the last 2 years? Because Vito always does this, right? All the filibustering is, who knows what I really think? I don't know anything except for when I need to. It's like the classic shit from guys like this. And Dick would always go along with it. And now he's calling him out.
Jab City for 2. Stop doing the he laugh, Vito. It hurts my ears. Johnny Rocket for 10.
I'm very confused about what's going on with this show.
What's to be confused about?
I don't know. Are you happy with the show?
No, I think you're low energy as fuck.
Okay, so what can I do to make the show like something you would enjoy doing? Because it feels
people criticize Phil for having the business meeting calls, but that's what we're looking into right here.
Like you don't enjoy doing it with me.
I mean, I'm not gonna like tell you how to act in a way that caters to like some imagined version of me that you have in your mind.
What's gonna make you happy? I don't
just
know
show up with energy. That's it. Show up with energy.
He's so desperate. He knows that if this guy doesn't, Vito knows that if he misses 1 month of that biggest problem payout, that he is out on the street. This guy has no savings. This guy has no investment. Like this. I mean, I guess he's got the 100K from Super Killer sitting in an account, right? Didn't he show that it's all just sitting in like a money market account, like like the dumbest thing you could have it in or something?
I feel like I've been doing that, and you're not happy with me. I feel like I've had great energy on a number of episodes. It's like things just keep deteriorating, so I don't know what to do anymore.
Stop arguing online. Stop arguing online. Show up with energy.
That's different. See, that's different.
No, it's not different because it's retarded. Like there's you won't do it. Stop arguing online. Show up with energy for the show instead of this like Eeyore shit.
What do you mean stop arguing online? What do you
stop going on Reddit and treating fans like shit? Stop going on Reddit and giving snarky, sarcastic answers to people who want either to know when their comic is coming out or when they're getting.
This is about the pay pigs. I guarantee you, he's gotten some messages behind the scenes being like, Vito's mean to me. I'm gonna cut my $1,000 a month thing to you.
Refund, which you said you would give them.
Okay, no refunds unless you get the lunchbox tier. I could refund that. Or if you mailed me, there's somebody who a couple people got a refund. But other than that, unless you got the lunchbox tier, no refunds. And, okay, don't go on Reddit. Got it.
No, I said stop arguing online.
What am I arguing about? What do you mean?
I just explained it. Stop giving snarky, sarcastic answers to people who are paying money.
Why? That's not an argument. What, you think this is IBS, dude? This is your boss. This is your boss at the frickin' fry counter being like, you need to keep the burgers on for another 30 seconds, bud.
You asked what you could do. I gave you the answer.
Okay, but I don't understand why this bothers you.
Because these people pay hard-earned money for content.
Okay.
To support us, and unfortunately that includes you, but to support me.
Unfortunately, that includes you. Oh, man.
Us. They give us money to consume a comedy product. And instead of growing the product, you're there arguing and turning away fans who pay for the show. That's what you do. You find people who are paying you money.
At this point, they're paying to call Vito fat. Like, they're paying to shit on Vito. That's like what Dick is implying here, is that the product is the right to shit on Vito.
It's about
and you treat them like shit.
Who am I giving shit who's paying money for the show?
Vito, go read why people canceled the Patreon. And it's, I'm sick of Vito's shit. He knows what he's doing. I'll come back when he's done doing this shit.
He knows what he's doing.
There's tons of people who
confused, dude. I don't understand what's
I don't know how else to say this to you. Stop treating paying customers like shit. You're not better than them.
Which paying customer did I treat like
worse.
shit? Okay,
guys, sound off in the comments. If Vito's an asshole to you, if you paid money to Vito for his fucking comic or anything else, and he was an asshole to you, post it. Post about it.
The comic's not the show.
No, but it is the show, because the only reason anyone ever gave any money to your stupid shit is because of the show. Like, no one would even know who you are. What was the last thing? I guess he got really lucky making a Last Jedi video in 2017 that hooked into the algo. Then he did the giving Pepsis out at a riot. Then he did vaping Belle Delphine's bathwater, which he didn't actually do. That was fake. And then defended cuties. And the last one of those, I think, was back in like 2020. So he hasn't done anything of his own on his own to generate fans or to get Vito heads, Vito files in 5 years. So who's giving money to Super Killer other than people that see him through the show?
Okay, it very much is.
The way I deal with people who go, I'm going to report you to Indiegogo, I should have nothing to do with the fucking show.
Yeah, Indiegogo. That's one
what the
guy.
Said. A guy said, well, yeah, and you felt you wanted to tweet about it. You go, I can't believe Vito. This guy says he's going to report him to Indiegogo, and Vito fucking was dismissive and rude to him. Yeah, the guy said he's going to report me to Indiegogo, which I say, oh my God, please don't report me to Indiegogo.
Shouldn't say anything.
So sad.
You shouldn't say.
Yeah, why are you goading him into reporting you? What's going to happen if it gets shut down because of that? What's going to happen if now Dick has to defend your scam product that you're a year late on?
Anything.
Why does it bother you
That's
that I do?
what he doesn't want to do. Like, Dick really doesn't want to have to get roped into defending Super Killer. That's like what this comes down to, I think.
Like, why does it matter? It's my fucking life. I won't do it.
It's my life, Dad.
Now that you're explaining to me that it really bothers you, okay. But, like, I'm not policing.
Yeah, it's not okay, because you're not going to do it. You're not going to do any of these things that you say you're going to do. Just like you sat in the fucking Discord.
People on Twitter all the time. I get messages from them. They go, I've been a long time fan of the show. I can't believe Dick would block me. Do you think I tell them, I'll talk to him. I can't believe you're a paying customer. He's got to respect you more. I go, yeah, well, I don't control Dick's fucking block list. So take it up with him. I'm not policing your internet behavior. But everything I do, you fucking catalog it and you pitch a fit about it. I don't get it. What's the difference?
Hey, shithead, did I ask you how I could make your experience better?
But I don't, okay.
Did I ask you how I could change my behavior to make your experience better? Yes or no?
Why is it cool for you to block
people? Yes or no?
People?
Did I ask you did I ask you what I could do to make your experience better?
Yeah, you're basically telling me that you have a double standard. You're saying...
yeah, you're goddamn right I do.
You're saying all this stuff that you do...
Well, yeah, there should be a double standard because this is his show. He brings in all the money. He's... I can't believe it. It sounds like I'm defending Dick here. Obviously, this is all like self-inflicted from Dick, right? But you are not equals. Like, Dick lets you in under the understanding that you are not equals.
If I do it, it's really bad and I can't do it. But you're allowed to do it.
Right.
You've been dismissive to fans. You've told people to fuck off. You've blocked people. I'm not fucking policing it. I don't give a shit. You know, like,
yeah, but I'm not asking you what I can do to make your experience better, am I?
So, but you're saying to make your experience better, don't act like you.
Your experience,
and I have a different
customer service. It's like a boss talking to the employee. It's like, the customer service experience is not reaching is not meeting our expectations, Vito.
Yeah, don't act like, right. Don't act like me. Act different. Act different. I can do whatever I want. I can do whatever I want, and you can't. How's that?
So I gotta be
based. Based. You have no rights, Vito.
All right, man. I'm sorry.
No more sarcastic, snarky comments. No more. I'll give you a refund. Now I won't. No more of that shit. No more arguing on Twitter. No more arguing on YouTube. No more arguing on Discord. None of that shit. That's it.
And he's not going to, because here's the thing, Dex. You invited the lolcow into your house, and now you're expecting him to change his stripes.
All right, man. Fine.
What do you mean? All right. Are you gonna do it or not?
Comes with the deal.
It's really gonna suck, but I'll do it.
To not argue on Twitter, to argue on Reddit is really gonna suck.
Vito's putting himself on the ground. It's like the picture of Weinstein trying to crawl up the stairs, and people were making memes about, look at Weinstein. He's look at the suffering he's going through for us. That's like Vito. It's like, even if it takes everything I've got, I'll stop responding to random internet trolls calling me fat who pay me for the privilege to do so.
It really will, but if it will make you happy and make for a better show, I'll do it.
No, all I said was stop arguing on Twitter, show up with energy. That's it.
Okay, if that's going to make the show more fun for
also,
you,
stop calling my wife.
Enjoy your. I want you to have a good time.
Say too,
right. The gentleman sausage for $5. You don't need to go to another country to find an unscrupulous scientist.
I mean, just tell me to fucking piss off. I don't. What do you want?
What are you still crying about?
You just interrupted the super chat. That's a no-no.
I'm not crying. I just like.
Stop arguing on Twitter with people who pay for your comedy and your fucking comics. Stop acting like you're better than them and do the show with some energy. What's wrong with that?
I think I've done pretty good energy.
You haven't. Today you showed up like a fucking sack of shit.
Performance review.
Yeah,
at
well,
McDonald's.
you know what? You guys are kind of beating it out of me. I've been trying.
You. Your job is to show up and make jokes on a microphone. You fucking drama queen.
Oh my god, this is the most like self-aware I think I've ever seen a clip of Dax. Because usually he is just delusional. Whether it be the stupid stuff he defends, or saying that what Riley did was not okay, but then what Jesse did, or what Riley did was okay, but what Jesse didn't. Usually he is completely out of touch, completely lacks self-awareness, and it's like he's been born again. He's been born by water again.
Everyone is here to placate your experience. It's the easiest job in the world. You cry about it every week. Fuck.
I'm not crying about it.
You cry about it fucking constantly. You cry about my motivation. What's my motivation? I'm the talent. I need to be catered to at all times. It's so fucking annoying.
I don't have to be catered to. I just want like a basic level of respect.
You deserve less. Honestly, you deserve less.
Well, then why do you want to do the show with a guy you don't respect?
Because it comes in waves. Sometimes you're great. Other times you're
sometimes no answer. Do you see that? There's just no answer there. It's because the real answer is because I want you to be my dancing monkey.
Sometimes you respect me.
No, I never respect you.
Then why
sometimes you make good comedy.
What's the point of this?
What do you mean, what's the point of this? It's funny sometimes, except when shit like this is happening.
What is shit like this? I'm trying to understand what is happening. You haven't communicated with me for like 2 months. Now you tell me we can't email about the show anymore.
Bro.
I don't even... Yeah, I wouldn't want to get electronic correspondence from fucking Vito. I'm going to open it up and get flashbanged one day.
Just like
yeah, go off.
Ever email again. Are you fucking insane?
Why?
You send these psychotic, like, ex-girlfriend emails about Schizo Sean.
What was psychotic? What was psychotic?
Stuff all the time.
What was psychotic?
Tell
me what was
psychotic.
was
emailing him about Schizo Sean. It's just so funny that literally everything Schizo Sean has done is exactly the shit Riley was doing to Eric July, and it's this massive like meltdown worthy shit from Vito.
Psychotic about the email.
Any email at all that has to do with your internet fights is psychotic.
It's not psychotic. I literally just said, hey, here's the thing I don't want to talk about on the show. You've had things you don't want to talk about on the show.
I'm canceling Hackamania. You remember that
totally
one?
Okay with them?
You remember that one? I'm canceling Hackamania. I'm not doing Hackamania.
I don't remember that being an email.
That was a voice. Yeah, I wish it was an email. I would have posted it. It was a fucking phone call. You remember
First
that
of all,
shit?
I have no ability to cancel Hackamania. I called you.
You said you weren't coming. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Okay, psychotic. I'm not going to Hackamania because
I thought his whole claim was that the only reason he called us... He said this on Twitter later. So this is a retcon here from Vito, because later on Twitter he says the only reason I called your wife was because I was going to Hackamania and I needed to make sure you were going too, so that we could meet up or something. So now but Dick is saying that like we didn't even know, Vito didn't even know if he was going, because he was going back and forth. He was doing a shit test where he's like, if you're not nice to me, if you don't agree with my banning of talking about this random nobody, I won't go to this stupid event held by another one of my Vitophiles, Patrick Melton.
Riley's making fun of me. Psychotic.
I don't think it's psychotic. I just felt
it's totally
really bad.
Stupid and psychotic. It is. Listen to me. What you did during Hackamania was fucking stupid. Are you listening to me? Are you listening to me?
What did I do during Hackamania?
What you did, canceling Hackamania because of Riley, was fucking stupid. Yes or no?
I did not cancel.
You called me and canceled Hackamania. Why did I get text from Patrick Melton and Carl all week about you canceling Hackamania?
That's crazy because I didn't cancel Hackamania. I said a million times I'm going. I'm going to be there. So
what did you say when you called me?
I said, hey, I don't want to go. And then
you said I'm not going.
And then what? 10 minutes later, I called you back and I said, you know what? I talked to Melton. I'm going to go. And I don't know why I freaked out.
No, that is not what happened.
That's absolutely what happened. I
no,
talked to
it
Melton,
is not what happened.
I called you back. And
no,
I
you
said,
did not.
Oh, I must have texted you back.
I don't know. You're blocked. We had long conversations about who was going to fill in for you. Can I do a show by myself? All this
you block your co-host. God, why did all this happen behind the scenes? I'm glad it's finally coming out now, but this could have been... I mean, if you're Dick and you're just content brain, this should have just been content on the show every week. It's just the shit on Vito segment, right? Where you have this fight out in public.
What are you talking about? I talked to Melton 2 seconds after I talked to you.
This is like straight up like a breakup. Like, this is not how men like get into an argument with each other about a problem.
And he said, hey, don't worry about it. And I said, okay. And then you had long conversations about who was going to replace me at Hackamania. This is the first I'm hearing of this.
I mean, it must be so confusing for you, man.
It is very confusing.
To go through life and have people act in wild ways and not want to talk to you anymore. It must be so fucking confusing.
Vito's been kicked out of 109 daycares, but it's their fault.
It really is. I'm fucking baffled. We got a great show.
Hack the moves. Hey, Dick, I just want to thank you for being a good friend who always responds to my messages right away and privately. Cameron for 2. Schizo Sean gave you 4K in the last month. Thank you, Schizo Sean. Schizo Sean TV for 5. I've given you over $4,000 and you treat me like a terrorist. Bender for 5. Stop picking fights. Stop calling Dick's wife to defend you. No fucking shit, man. Calling my wife at school.
Calling her to defend me? What are you
calling my wife at all was a big fucking problem for me.
Okay, well, let's talk about it.
Yeah, kill yourself. That's what I have to say about it.
Okay. I didn't think this was going to be so direct. I had heard that they had a little scuffle, but I figured it'd be Dick kind of being around the bush, but he's like awoken in here and is just calling out Vito for what people have been saying for years.
Why don't you just talk to me about these problems?
Because you are a retard. You don't ever change anything. You don't listen, and everything you say is a way to just keep people talking.
Man. I think I try to understand what the problems are, and I try to adjust my behavior to make them better. But let's be clear.
Next time you have any kind of relationship.
Oh, yeah. No, there's very similar.
Man, don't ever fucking...
I mean, it's how they talk publicly.
Called her wife. How about that?
Okay, I don't get it. I assumed that you guys were at home.
This is why you're retarded, because you just don't listen.
Bro,
I don't get it.
I'm trying to explain to you why I would do it. Do you think I did it?
No one cares. I don't give a fuck why you would do it.
Do you think I don't give a fuck
why you would do it. I don't give a fuck why you would do it. Don't ever do it.
I wanted to know.
The reason he doesn't give a fuck is because he knows Vito would never tell the truth. That anything Vito says, like, as his motive, is just whatever he needs to say right now to justify it on air.
You were. I would assume the person who lives with you would know where you are.
Vito, you bothering people with
why is it bothering?
novels?
It's a phone call.
Because it's taking time. You are not worth the time it takes to engage.
Oh, yes, you're not worth the time it takes to engage. Oh, man. This is, you know what this is? This is CVF, chronic Vito fatigue.
With you.
Then don't engage with me, but just tell me.
You are blocked
as a terminal case of chronic Vito fatigue, where he's just like, I've been dealing with this guy spurging out behind the scenes, sending me emails for 3 years, and the juice ain't worth the squeeze anymore.
Everything because you are a fucking time suck. Are you listening to me?
This is
your constant need of validation is a total waste of time.
Okay, this is the first time you have said, Vito, it's too much time. So now that I've heard it, got it. I understand. It's too much time. You got other stuff going on. And I've said to you, hey...
you shouldn't have to be told that you're an annoying retard. Like, how do you not know? Everybody tells you this all the time online. That's why you're blocking them. It's because they're telling you these same things, and they're paying you for the privilege to do so.
If there's anything I can do to be less of a burden...
Stop texting me. Stop.
Say that.
I said it so many fucking times. I said, don't text me. Don't ever text me about your retarded internet fights. Never.
Never speak to me again.
Text
Anytime I've texted you, I've tried to text you because it's something about the show, okay? But
the show, this is why you're retarded. Because you text me about retarded shit and then say it's the show.
It's retarded to you. No, it's not retarded to me.
I don't give a fuck what you think is not retarded.
But
you are a retard.
Hold on.
You are totally fucked, Vito.
You're saying, Vito, this is really important to me. And I'm going, I got it. And even if I don't understand it, I'm going to respect it. And I say to you, this is really important to me. And you go, you're retarded. And I don't respect that at all. And that's the difference.
No, the difference is, you don't matter to me.
Don't matter to you.
At all.
Yeah, exactly. How is Vito surprised from hearing any of this? Like, everybody has been saying this for years, is that Dick keeps him around as a dancing monkey. And now he's like, wait, I thought we were best buddies.
Don't matter at all. The things you care about don't matter at all.
The guy says, never speak to me, never text me. All our interactions will be on the show.
I got
Don't ever contact me again.
100%. Okay. Anything that matters to me,
Never.
you don't
No,
care about.
not matters to you. You, nothing. Matters to you.
But me,
you, doesn't matter to you.
Who's
nothing.
trying to understand what matters to you and what's important to you and what you need and what boundaries you need established. And I'm going out of my way to try to
established the
figure that
boundaries.
out.
You're blocked on everything. I don't need you. I don't need to work with you to establish boundaries. You're blocked.
You're blocked.
I feel attacked. I feel attacked in the Discord. Balder, Salt Merchant for 2. First live show I've caught, and this is how it ends. J Bro, Dak for 5. Super Killer became
Have
part
they
of the
had
show.
an episode since then? This is worse than I thought. Where he's just like, never speak to me again. Have they even had an episode since this? Or is this actually the breakup? Because I honestly, the kind of theme for this episode is the Parbake. Because a lot of the things that I'm talking about today are like, the Parbake for what I perceive to be the eventual actual, time to pull it out of the oven. That's why, like I said, one of the reasons I haven't made a stream all about Vito's shit is because I feel like there's still it's still baking. Like, there's still the actual breakup to happen. All the shit Dax will drop. He'll probably drop all the emails. He'll probably drop everything.
Yeah, I know. Vito,
it's not part of the show.
It is obviously part of the show. Nobody would have supported you to this level.
You decided to make it a huge part of the show. And I don't think you can get upset later when it's a part of the show.
Hey, guess what? I can get upset whenever I want.
Nuts.
That's where the money comes from, Vito. That's where the fucking money comes from.
Where does the
I get upset about whatever the fuck I want.
And
all right?
I'm not telling you not to be upset about it, but I'm saying if it's actually making you upset, don't actually be upset.
What do you mean, don't actually be upset?
I don't know. This is better than what you do, Vito. At least he's confronting you on air about it and just saying, like, this pisses me off. Isn't this what Vito was asking for earlier? This is literally what Vito asked for at the beginning of the clip. He's like, okay, if you have a problem, tell me directly right now. And then this is exactly what Dick is doing. I sound like I'm defending Dick. I really don't like either of these guys, but I don't know.
You like shit.
How?
Because you're a fucking asshole to them. Anytime somebody asks about their comic that they paid for, you're a cocksucker to them.
No, I'm not. If you
yes,
said
you are. There's a lot of screenshots of that.
You 100% are an asshole.
Not. If you go, hey, bro,
looks like
if you go, hey
theology
man,
sector
how's the stat?
He looks like apostate. No, apostate prophet is not this fat. Also, he's not a Vitophile.
The comic going. I always respond. I go,
Ron,
here's what we're doing.
Absolute
if you go, hey fat boy, where's my fucking comic? I might go, fuck you.
Obviously, these are obvious lies. This is like
this is a lie. There are screenshots of people being polite, being like, hey, I no longer want to support this. Can I get a refund? And he shits on them.
Lie. This is the way you lie. It's like, oh, I can't even believe you'd say that. Yeah.
Who asked in a nice, genuine way, hey Vito, I'm a fan of the comic. When's it coming out? And I said, oh fuck you. You don't. When has that ever happened?
Tons of people.
That's totally.
There are tons of people. It's all in the thread.
You do this all the time.
Vito, you blacked me for a joke about Easter. By making sure you didn't think it was
scenarios.
And you refused to post more pictures of your cats when I paid hard-earned money for you, bro. Jacob Wagner
wants to know what the comic
show. It's not even a comic. Yeah, nobody gives a fuck about the comic. It was about supporting you.
Okay, then don't.
I mean, that's good news because the comic fucking sucks. Like, the jokes aren't funny. It's dated.
And
the story's like pieced together.
The story's terrible.
It's total dog shit. A Carl for 5 just released the comic. Drink a monster before the show. Mute Twitter charge. Be funny. Hilarious when you want to be Vito. Yeah, that's true. Spider Return for 5. Vito, stop acting like a child. You're so clueless that you can't see the crushing level of stress you put on Richard and anyone that works with you.
I just don't get it.
You do get it. You do get it. Vito gets it. What he means by I don't get it is, what do I have to say to make this work? He's like, he thinks that if he keeps going, he can find like the perfect combo of words to make this go away.
Dang, I don't get it. Like, it's...
But the thing is, it's not really based off of like a single thing, Vito. It's just like a pattern of behavior. And that's why Dick is like CVF. He has chronic Vito fatigue.
Like, it's a permission slip to act like an asshole, but it's not.
Just talk to me. And
talking to you is a waste of time. You're a fucking brick wall, bro. The only reason to talk to you is to turn it into content. There's no reason to talk to you outside of the show.
Oh, well, he just said it then. He just said what the whole theory was. He just confirmed it. Okay.
Do you not get that?
So what's the show?
Bring in problems, have high energy, stop arguing on Twitter. That's it.
This is just so bizarre, man. Like,
yeah. You're not getting your way on this one, bro. I'm not talking outside
what is getting my way? Okay, that's fine.
Like having extended phone calls with you, going to dinner with you to hash things out. I'm not doing any of that.
Hey, okay. This is just so bizarre, man.
Bring in problems, have high energy. Do you not get that? It was to turn it into content.
Talk to me. And
talking to you is a waste of time. You're a fucking brick wall, bro. The only reason to talk to you is to turn it into content.
Yeah, wow. He just said Why is Vito acting surprised? Like, how did he not see that coming? I mean, I guess it's like speaking something into existence everybody knew was happening, but
no reason to talk to you outside of the show. Do you not get that?
So what's the show?
Bring in problems, have high energy, stop arguing on Twitter. That's it.
This is just so bizarre, man. Like,
yeah. You're not getting your way on this one, bro. I'm not talking.
What is getting my way? Okay, that's
going
fine.
like having extended phone calls with you, going to dinner with you to hash things out. I'm not doing any of that fucking shit. Kristen Dorfman too. I paid for this because it is a waste of fucking time. I paid for this.
It's not a waste of time. Shut up. Listen to me for 2 seconds.
We like Vito. David Davidson for 20. Vito's twice the size of Maddox and has stuck around for twice the episodes. Get your PPP. Get PPP as your next co-host. And Big Spouse 3.0 might reach 300.
Shut the fuck up for 2 seconds.
Eggers. Pigeon South for 5. Typical a-hole. Ask for a solution and then disregards everything you say. Yeah.
He's trying to just get through the super chats. That's so funny. This really is about like chronic Vito fatigue. He's dealt with this guy and like the lies and just the coping for so long. He can't handle it anymore, and now it's attacking the bottom line. He's pissing off the pay pigs.
Exactly, it's fucking infuriating. Just like the talking is all they want to do. They want to wear you down until you accept their solution, which is always deal with them more. Cameron for 5. Just remember, Vito, you're on the show because he couldn't get Boogie.
Boogie would not be nearly as good as I am, and I think we all know that. Because somebody's got to bring the comedy.
That's it.
That's crazy. That's crazy, man. I forgot about that arc. Yeah, that was an arc. Yeah, didn't Boogie even do 1 episode or something? Or like almost did? That was a whole thing where Boogie was almost... This is before Locale Live. Wow, you are second banana to Boogie. Holy shit, dude. I would just quit, man. I would just go away. I would get a job doing anything else, almost. If I can't beat Boogie to get on this dead show,
not just the sad, pathetic anger. Dick, look, I don't understand because we got a great show. We should be very happy about what a great show we have.
Right?
Are you? I don't get it, man. This should be a positive experience for both of us. And
it's a positive experience for the audience. This is probably the longest I've ever sat and listened to The Biggest Problem in the Universe ever, like in one sitting. Because this is actually entertaining.
It's like, it's not. Like, you like dealing with me is too much of a headache.
Well, not anymore. I blocked you. The headache is gone.
Okay.
I don't have to
I'm the final solution to the block button is the final solution to the veto problem.
With your online fights anymore. It's perfect.
So that's the problem is my online fights.
Well, the problem is
I want to get it crystal clear. I waste your time. Yes.
Yeah, I don't want to hear about your online fights. I don't ever want to hear about them.
Okay, I got it. You don't want to hear about my online fights, and you don't want me to waste your time.
No, online fights.
And that's the one thing?
Well, yes, because it leads to... No, it's just online fights. It's online fights that you constantly make me deal with, and I don't want to deal with them. It's a waste of time.
Okay. Again, sure.
What do you mean, sure? It's what I'm explaining to you is very, very simple. You pick fights with people, you get blown out and lose, and then you cry to me and want me to ban fans from the show because you lost an argument with them. That's
yeah, pretty much.
You do every couple of months.
Okay, I don't want you to ban... What does banning fans from the show mean? What do you mean? That I don't want to talk about a guy who's coming to my house? Because I think that's a fucking pathetic waste of my time, and I don't want to give... I don't give promotion to people who go...
You gave it to Riley. What are you talking... This is just... How do you lie like this? You gave it to Riley. You covered it for weeks and weeks and weeks about him going to Eric July. What do you mean you don't want to promote that? The only reason any of this is happening is because you did that to Eric July. You basically said... buffet's open. Like,
well, what if I show up to Vito's house and fuck with him? I don't go, this is fucking showtime.
Why'd you wear a blue shirt then?
Oh my God.
You know what? I had it on at the time, and I said, I'm going to be on camera because I can't stop this guy from filming. I might as well wear something funny.
Okay. So you did make content with him?
I guess so. And you know what?
Yes.
You don't always think everything through.
Yeah, you do.
You think I thought that through, like, really long and hard, and I said, oh, well, maybe I'm feeding into it.
No, I think you saw it through. You're just stupid. It's like how I'm sure, that new iDubbbz video where he gives, like, 2015 refugees welcome to your takes in the Big 2-5. Like, I'm sure he thought about that video a lot. Like, it was a super collider up in there in his brain, like, trying to figure that one out. It's just he's retarded, you know?
He thought it through.
I think I said, if I'm going to be on camera, and there's nothing I can do about it, even if I don't want to be on camera, I don't know.
You know how much worse that is? Because it'd be one thing if, like, you just threw on the first thing you saw, and maybe you, for whatever reason, you had this shirt as, like, I don't know. It's another thing to be like, what's going to make me look the most like a Vitophile? What's going to make me look the worst and most like a crazy predator? Oh, I know this. I'll put it on because I know I'll be on camera.
On a funny shirt. Fuck it.
Yeah, so you're making comedy with the guy.
I mean, do you think Boogie goes, man, maybe I should have worn something different to that Tomb Raider shirt? The whole point is, you're going to be on camera. How do you want to come off? And I said,
well, you're not on camera if you're inside your house, are you?
Okay, so maybe in the future I won't come outside. I decided to come outside.
Yeah, because you're making comedy content with Schizo Sean.
I don't want to make.
True.
I'm not.
Yes, you are. You're making comedy content. These are your comedy.
He's totally right here. If he didn't want to be on camera, he just didn't have to answer the door.
These are your comedy partners that you're making comedy content.
Well,
with. I don't want to hear about it.
I'm ending all comedy partnerships.
Yeah, you said that.
think
You've said
I
that before,
established.
but you're always arguing with them in Discord, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to hear about it.
Come on,
Hold
drop the
on.
Discord, man. That's what I mean when I say that this is just a Parbake of Veto. He's not quite the fruit is not quite ripe yet to be plucked, because the minute there's the actual breakup between these guys, because it sounds like they're still doing, even though this is pretty close. We're gonna get the Discord logs. We're gonna get the emails. We're gonna get, because he did that with Maddox. We're gonna get the voice recordings. We're gonna get everything.
I have completely blocked all these people on Discord. I'm not interacting with them at all.
Right,
okay?
right. How many times have you done that? Or said you've done it and then not done
This
it?
is the first time I've done it.
Why is it okay for you to block them, but then Dick can't block you?
Look at that smile. Look, if all you want is to not have to hear about whatever, okay.
Yeah,
I can do it.
It's done. It's already done. What are you talking about? I can do it. You're forced to do it because you're blocked. You don't have a choice.
I feel like we got a great show. And I feel like we'd have a better show.
Show up
if
with
we
more
could-
energy. Show up with more energy. Stop being such a fucking sad sack every show. Pick it up. More energy. Make stingers. Make stingers. More energy. Get your fucking comic out. That's it. All this fucking therapist shit. Go talk to a woman or a fucking guy who puts a dress on. Go talk to them about it. I don't fucking care.
I need to know what's going on with the show. I don't understand doing.
What's going on with the show is that everyone hates you and you're retarded, and your own co-host has chronic veto fatigue and has found the final solution to the veto question, which is to never talk to you except for publicly.
An extremely popular podcast where the two guys don't talk or coordinate at all. I don't think it's making the show better.
Who cares?
I feel like. Well,
Oh, sorry.
hold on.
I don't care. I don't care.
Right. So this is what I don't understand. You go, why would you be, do a horrible thing to paying fans? And I go, well, wouldn't the best thing to do to paying fans to do the best possible show we can do?
Oh, I mean, that's just like a question. Like, I didn't say that. I said stop picking fights with fans who pay you money. I didn't say whatever shit you just said. That's garbage.
Okay, and I shouldn't pick fights with fans for what reason?
Because they blow you out and then you cry about it for a week. Because you always get blown out by fans.
Blow me out. Wait, what was I blown out by? What are
Every
you talking
fucking
about?
fan you argue with can get fucking
Everyone. Has Vito ever won anything? Like, for real?
blown out by
This guy
Vito.
loses to Josh.
I have no idea what you're talking about. You guys live in
You
this
get,
like...
you get in fights with Riley and then you're like, I'm going to rape Mint. Like, oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's a blowout, bro. That's a big-time blowout.
Well, I don't get that
Did you see
at all.
that smile? Because he just knows that there's just nothing to say. There's no justification. That was the other reason he got kicked out, because obviously his wife is pregnant, so she's, there's like hormonal influences there about her feeling like a maternal instinct, and Vito out of nowhere is just like, yeah, I want to R this like disabled person who Dick already like passed around, basically almost sex trafficked, and then that's why he got kicked out.
Rape Mint. Like, oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's a
Look at his
blowout.
smile. Look at his smile. Look, okay, so he says that, and then look, it's just like cogs are turning, and he's just like, oh boy. Okay.
Bro. That's a big
Yeah, exactly. He smiles. He's like, oh shit, I'm retarded.
time blowout.
Well, I don't get that at all. Okay, maybe from you guys' perspective, I don't get it.
No, I know.
Yeah, it's a matter of
It's a huge
perspective,
blowout. I'm
like saying your arse. The problem to another woman.
Completely destroyed. I would like to do a great show. And I
Right,
would
then
like
have
to
some energy.
But
Show up-
aside, no, this is his official side. I don't know. I think Biggest Problem makes more money because it was the big show. Basically what happened was there was Biggest Problem with Maddox, then that blew up, and so then Dick made the Dick Show. Well, that was getting resolved, and then when it turned out that it was confirmed that he owned 50% of Biggest Problem, he restarted the Biggest Problem. Originally he wanted Boogie, and eventually settled on Veto. So now he runs both shows. I don't know which gets more money. I think this gets more money.
Put some energy, get your comic out. That's it. No problem.
The comic's coming out.
Yeah, show up with some energy then. Energy, big time right at the front. Stop being such a fucking sad sack that needs to be dragged in.
The problem is, Dick, him saying he's going to R someone is what he thinks is his comedy. Like, that's his energy, okay?
So, show up with energy.
I don't think that's been the case. I think I've had good energy.
So what's the point of talking to you then?
episodes.
Like, I mean, you're doing everything perfectly. What's the fucking point of talking to you?
Because there's things I would like from you.
I don't give a fuck about those. Look
I
at me in
think
my
they would be-
eyes. I don't give a fuck about what you want.
Pwned.
I think
Repeat it. Repeat it after me. I don't give a fuck about what you want.
So
The dejected look, like he's just being whipped like a misbehaving dog, like a pit bull that probably lives in the person of color's compound right next to his apartment building.
we had like a really great show. We had a really great dynamic. It was two guys against the world. And now
I
it's...
think PvP would be anyone would be better than Veto. I mean, I don't know. The thing is, PvP and Dax have a history going all the way back to the Nick Rekieta thing, where he got Dax to spurg out and say that he was like a high school prom king or something. Yeah, I mean, it would be better, but better in what way? Like, they'd fight a lot, probably, which would be good. Well, actually, I don't know if they would. Like, PvP is such a sellout now. He's such, like, taken over by the Grift Demon. He might just agree with Dax. He might just play along, honestly.
Dick fucking hates Vito, and Vito doesn't get what's going on. And to me, it feels like a miserable show. I don't get it.
Well, you became Eric July, bro. Like, what do you want? What do you want me to say?
Go. Wow.
So how did I become Eric July?
You have very thin skin.
I have very thin skin.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think the defining quality of Eric July is his thin skin.
Okay, well, what do you think?
Yes, it is. That's been your whole critique of him since the very beginning of this. That was your whole point. That was your whole crusade. Was that he has thin skin. He cares when people show up to his fucking business. He cares when people try to get him sued by random like churches and stuff. That was your whole thing.
Ineptitude, incompetence, inability to make anything of value.
You cannot. Okay. No, you gave up on that line of attack. They gave up on the he's incompetent. And I'll tell you the exact moment it failed. It was when Dax got confronted on a live stream about whether he had actually read the Rippaverse comics. I think it was Nina Infinity. I don't know. But it was a girl who did it. Confronted him and actually asked for the specifics of his critique. And he basically had to admit that he hadn't really read it and he didn't know. This is not to say that Eric July's comics are good or anything. The point is that that's the only avenue of competence to attack. Because you can't say he's not a good business guy because he always comes out with his shit on time and he made millions of dollars. So the only thing to really attack as far as competence would be the actual quality of the comic. And he couldn't even do that. So then they moved on from that to this whole thin skin thing.
So how's your comic going? And why isn't it out?
Yeah,
why isn't it out?
Because I've been perfecting it. I've been making it look in a way I want it to look.
Perfecting it. I'm going to pull up this timeline, guys, because the cope here about how he's been perfecting it is just total bullshit. Hold on. I'm going to let this play.
Look,
it's not out because of incompetence.
It's not out because of... I don't know if incompetence is the right word. I won't go into all the reasons for delays, okay? I think this is... I think what's happening...
This was going to go? Honestly.
What do you mean?
How did you think this conversation was going to go, honestly?
Probably about like this. I don't know. I don't think I expected anything more out of it. I think it's a valuable conversation regardless.
Well, let's see.
Do you not think this has any value whatsoever? I mean,
no, I don't think it's funny. No, I don't think it has any comedic value.
I think it does.
I think sometimes, well...
This is good radio, Daniel Adams says. Okay, Super Killer is the heartbound of comics. Vito, who did ads for years about a comic here.
Yeah, no shit. You can read
These are super chats. Bender for 5. What else is there? You got anything else?
It's good radio. Look,
you can have the last word.
I miss you.
Hold on. I'm trying to find this list here, and then I'm just like, what? If he couldn't get any gayer, oh my god! Hold on.
You got anything else?
It's good radio. Look,
you can have the last word.
I miss you.
Oh my, dude! I would have spit my drink out. I would have been like, holy shit, this is a psychosexual complex here. It's because he's run out of like ways to bring it back. Like he's tried every argument, he's tried everything. I'll do whatever, and now it's just like he's outside of Dick's house with the boombox.
And I'm always gonna miss you. And you were a very important part of my life. And
hold on. Okay, I got the soundtrack for this. Hold on. I'm trying to pull up the... I'm trying to put up the soundtrack for this.
Comedic.
I don't think I expected it.
How did you think this conversation was going to go, honestly?
Probably about like this.
I don't think it has any comedic value. Who did ads for years about a comic here?
Yeah, no shit. You can read
These are super chats. Bender for 5. What else is there? You got anything else?
It's good radio. Look, you
can have the last word.
I miss you. And I'm always gonna miss you. You were a very important part of my life. And I have a deep fear that that time is over.
Yeah.
And if that's how it has to be, it's tremendously sad. It's like losing a friend. It's like losing a brother.
Yeah.
It's losing someone I cared about. And how do I put this? I deeply respect you as a comedic talent, as a man, as a person, and I see the life you have. I see the family you make. I see the smiles you bring. This is getting gay, being gay. I think you have value. Don't do that.
This is the final speech. This is like Diamond Dogs. What the fuck? Did he actually think this was gonna work? It's just like total.
And I see the life you have. I see the family you make. I see the smiles you bring. This is getting gay. I'm being gay.
Buddy, it was gay a minute ago. You're a full minute into the gay.
I think you have value.
Look at his face. I can't tell if this is like, is this really happening face or like, oh, I'm getting stroked off face.
Don't do the Titanic sign.
Oh, they have the same idea I do.
How do you play? Stop with the fucking thing. It's such a cocksucker. It's
I mean, it doesn't get more humiliating. Like, this is just groveling, just on the knees, being like, I cannot make rent unless I fix this fight.
To me, to think that I've lost. And I never felt like I was someone you would want to have as a friend. And I understood that. I think we have different ways of being. You're a boozer and a...
Okay, so now you're calling him a drunk? Look at this. He's just like, where are you going with this now? Like, we've already gone full gay. I love you. I miss you. Take me back. He is literally outside the window with the boombox.
Womanizer, I don't fucking know.
You're a boozer. Why would you say that? Part of the controversy here is that you're talking to his wife behind his back, and now you're calling him a womanizer? Like, yeah, this is my reaction too, this face.
What the fuck does that have to do with anything?
I'm just saying, like...
You're just saying anything. You're just literally just desperate. Anything.
There's a split. I'm a nerdy, fat loser. You're like Dr. Cool Guy, you know, whatever, living on top of a mansion and on top of a hill. All right? I get it. You know, the alpha and the omega, whatever this is.
The alpha and the omega. What the fuck? You're quoting Revelation? Is this it?
Threw me. You fucked it up, all right? I don't know how to talk about the fucking Titanic song. Look.
Vito, you gotta go to therapy about your fucking dad, bro.
Shut the fuck up. It's not about my dad.
100%. Yeah, what is this? This is when Mr. Vito Sr. was walking out the door to get cigarettes, and he's just like, you know, Vito, I saw what you were watching on the computer last night, and I'm out. Peace.
Stop arguing with people online! Argue with people who don't pay us money!
If somebody's being a shithead to me, I might be a shithead back. Why is that so bad? All right? But look, I got it. If it's really aggravating you...
It's very simple. You do not provide more value than the pay pics. That's what he's saying here. He's saying that you fighting with the pay pics does not produce more value than them themselves.
When a guy says, hey, Vito, you're a fat piece of shit, and I go, fuck you, like, is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So I obviously don't get it 100%. I don't know what I'm allowed to do. I'm figuring it out.
I don't know what I'm allowed to do.
I'm gonna rape your girlfriend. You can't say there's.
I don't know what I'm allowed to do. I'm figuring it out.
You can't say I'm gonna rape your girlfriend.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm allowed to do and not do. Well, maybe threatening to our people is not like this. Step one. Okay.
You can't say there's refunds now. There's refunds now. There's no refunds.
I immediately walked it back. Okay. Let's be clear. When you do 200 episodes of a podcast, you might occasionally make a joke.
Look, listen to me.
No, I don't think people. I don't think that just slips out. I don't think you just are like, today I will threaten to arson someone.
Remember when I called a black guy the N-word 2 fucking episodes ago? Sometimes you fuck up. Sometimes
no one cares about that. Like, those are two totally different things.
Fuck up. Nah, that was funny.
Okay, well, sometimes it's funny, and sometimes it's not funny.
You can say whatever you want to black people. You can't say you're gonna rape a woman. Get the fuck out of here.
Sometimes
one of those is a direct threat to do something specifically violent. The other is just a word, just like a term.
You go a little. You try to make a joke and you fuck up. It's gonna happen.
You don't think you have like? You don't think you like try to fucking throw your weight around and on people that you lose arguments with? Like, you don't think that you're like just crashing out over Super Killer and telling people to go fuck themselves?
No, I really don't think I'm crashing out over Super Killer. I think I'll just.
He's totally not crashing out right now, guys. After the whole "I miss you" arc,
like talk of Vito's crashing out, he's like nuts. I don't get it. What am I crashing out about? When people go, hey, this page in Super Killer sucks, and I go, you just don't
had
get
a big fucking speech, like a retarded speech.
Yeah, exactly. How can you say I'm crashing out?
Crashing out.
Would you interrupted with the fucking thing? Because look.
Which you interrupted. No, we provided the proper soundtrack.
Look, this is why this is nuts. This is nuts.
Bro, you can't be calling people's wife.
It's wild how crazy the biggest problem in the universe has gotten. Dick Masterson defends cuties. Everything's fine. I threaten to arse a random woman. Everybody loses their minds.
Eyes for any reason.
Understood.
Okay. You can't
Message
be canceling live
received.
shows. You can't be canceling live shows.
I'm not canceling live shows. That's not happening. But a message received, regardless.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why we keep going back to, again, 2 seconds. I called Patrick Belton and I said, I'm being stupid. You're right. Sometimes I'm going to be stupid. Hey, here's what I'm going to ask for.
No. You can't sometimes I'm going to be stupid.
No, I think you got to. Okay, bro, I hate to tell you this. We do the show. Part of the show is Vito doesn't have a curtain on his fucking bathroom. Vito molested a cat with a Q-tip. I'm not 100% there, okay?
Okay, so we've gone through like different phases. There was the communication phase. We just need to talk phase. Just tell me what's wrong phase. So then he told him. Then it was the I didn't do it phase. Then it was the I love you phase. Now we're in the I'm just crazy Joker phase. We're in the Joker phase of the argument where it's just I don't even know what's going on, bro.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm crazy.
I'm a little fucking. Some up here is not 100% the way the rest of the world
He's
is.
going Joker mode now. Like he's just going through every like possible angle that he can approach this to make it right.
Their life.
Yeah.
So can you understand that when I do things, it's not out of malice and spite and trying to hurt you? I think that's where the disconnect is.
You're okay.
No,
Listen, you can't have a broken brain and say that you understand what I'm thinking. You don't even understand what you are thinking.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the problem with the I'm crazy argument. Is the minute you say I'm crazy, okay, well then, like, your opinion is disregarded now because you don't even know what's happening.
Don't tell me it's not out to hurt me. It's just a fucking pain in the ass.
When I go,
dealing with.
When I go, oh my God, I haven't been able to reach Dick for a week.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll call.
When I
go, oh my God, I haven't been able to reach Dick for a week.
To hurt me, it's just a fucking pain in the ass.
When I
it's just not what we're dealing with.
When I go, oh my God, I haven't been able to reach Dick for a week.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll call the person who lives with him.
No, dude, never do that. Never do that.
Oh, will you let me make my fucking point? The point is that I'm not doing it. You seem to think it's like Vito's trying to hurt me. Vito's a bad guy.
It doesn't matter. Like, if you're a chimp with a machine gun, like, you gotta get put down, buddy. Like, no, first of all, you can't say that. You can't even say what your intent was because your previous argument 2 seconds ago was that you're the Joker and that you don't know what's happening and that you're insane. So don't tell us what your motives are because you don't know. Number one. Number two, it doesn't matter if your motives. You're going to claim your motives are positive. If the result is you contacting your friend's wife, like, it's tough.
That's what I mean. You have a broken brain. You can't tell me, a healthy brain, what I'm thinking. This is your problem.
Okay.
This is your problem. It's always just like, this is what's happening, but it's not. That's not what happened. That's not what's happening.
This guy is like, a lot of people are like Boogie. We're finding out.
Assumed you would be home. I couldn't reach you.
Yeah, so then that's too bad. Then don't reach me.
Well, we were about to do a real big live show, and I was trying to figure out what was going on with the show.
What was going on is you losing an argument with Riley, and you trying to fucking throw your weight around.
Well, notice how this doesn't track with what he said before. Because before, they were talking about how he was sending emails threatening to not even go to this event. Now he's trying to lean on the event to justify the call, saying, well, I was going to go to the event, and I needed to make sure that it was, in fact, it was you who wasn't going to go to the event. Like, which is it?
What argument? I lost. I don't know what argument I lost, but I'll accept it.
Getting blown out. That was the argument you lost. Getting fucking blown out.
I'm blown out. I'm eternally owned.
Yeah, you are.
Stop me.
You got fucking blown out.
I understand that you believe I got blown out.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that you feel this way.
Understand that.
Blown out.
It's like a Mudar apology.
I think you think I'm a bad guy, and that's what I'm worried about.
I just think you're given to compulsions. I mean, I just think you have no willpower.
Oh, wait.
Is that...
Wow, that hit him. That really hit him. Holy shit. Just total... Like, usually he's right on the ball with some coke, but...
Compulsions. I mean, I just think you have no willpower.
Yeah, boom. He's got nothing. Yep, just silent. Pondering the garden in the distance. Satan's offering him the bread in the desert, and he's just like, yeah, I'll take two.
Oh, wait.
Is that wrong? You human parrot.
I think we all have compulsions. Okay.
Now it's a we problem.
Yes, it's everybody's problem. It's Vito's taking on the sins of the world.
Drink.
We problem.
You like to drink. I like to eat.
Yeah.
Is he just frozen here? So yeah, his response to that is, well, yeah, I might be this, but you are, but you're just as bad. Uh-oh. Did the stream die? Is it over? Is it literally over, guys? Yeah, I don't know what the problem is. I'm dropping like a bazillion frames today. It's a good thing I'm recording this so I can at least make it into a video that's watchable.
Oh, he froze. He froze. He's fucking stumped. Yeah, you need a therapist, dude. You need a therapist.
I'm not getting a therapist.
Well, you need one. Well, I mean, I don't give a shit, but you need one.
I don't need one. I know what's wrong with me. And
what is?
I'm self-diagnosed.
What's the top 3?
A deep dissatisfaction with the state of the world.
It's the world's fault. Okay. Yes, it's the world that's wrong. This is like classic boogie shit. Like all these guys, these like low IQ narcs. It's like, it's the world that's pushed me into being an insane, lazy vedophile.
It's the state of the world. What do you mean?
It's just a mess, man. I'm not going to get into it.
It's great. We're getting rid of all the Mexicans.
He's Joker.
I really don't.
He's Joker, and he's like, the world is a dangerous place.
I think getting rid of all the Mexicans is the solution to
it's
our
gonna
problems.
Cure a lot of problems. Getting rid of the fucking Mexicans.
Look, I feel like when we talk to each other, it's not that bad. And I feel like the most dangerous thing is when here's the thing. You hate me online. I get it. Everybody does. Veto on Twitter, Veto on Reddit, Veto on Discord. All you see is typing words, snarky asshole.
Is he really going to go for I'm a real human being? Is that where we're going with this? Is what you see is just a character. I'm a real human being. The problem is you are online and saying all these stupid things more often than you are off. So like, at which point, when is the real you?
Bad way that doesn't make me this.
But you're doing it aggressively. What do you mean come across? But you're doing it aggressively. What do you mean come across? Like you antagonize people directly all the time.
You're aggressive.
I'm just very cold the way I type. I mean, like, yeah, it's like maybe standoffish sometimes.
The way I type.
Cocky, but like
no. It's not standoffish and cocky. It's like antagonizing and sarcastic.
But it's usually antagonizing someone who's antagonizing me all day long. I get people going, "Hey, you."
Yeah, you're famous though, retard. Like that's their right.
So, okay, and I can go, "Fuck you." Like I do that all the time. Half the time, you like it. You used to like it when I was doing it to the right people. When I told other people to go fuck themselves, you went,
yes,
good. Fuck
to
those
the right
guys.
people, it's great. To people who are not paying us, it's absolutely wonderful.
Okay, if a guy pays me money, he doesn't get. That's not a ticket to come on my Twitter and go, "Hey, fat, so fuck you, whatever." I might go, "Yeah, fuck." I do.
No, you sit in Discords arguing with them all day. You
Who
sit in
am I
group chats
arguing?
arguing.
Everyone is
all
blocked.
these fucking retards you fight with.
They're all blocked.
Okay.
I'm not fighting with anybody in Discord. You didn't tell me to block them for a year. I don't know.
I did.
Okay, I didn't realize that me arguing with people in the Discord was gonna.
Well, that's why you canceled Hackamania, because of your fucking online arguments.
That's not why I canceled Hack.
Yeah, I mean that's what you admitted earlier. Number one. Number two. The problem is that who you're getting banned are the people who pay.
Yes, it is.
What this does tell you is how top down or like how unequal the pay pigs are. There's probably literally like 10 guys keeping this thing afloat.
Led to Riley goofing on you, and then you said, "I'm done. I'm not doing Hackamania."
I know that's how you interpret it.
Yes, you better learn. You better incorporate that into history, because that's what it's going to be.
I have incorporated what you believe happened, and I understand that is your interpretation of things.
Right.
I accept that's your interpretation of things.
And that's the reality.
It is your reality.
That's what happened. That's what happened.
That is what happened to.
That's how it happened to everybody.
As far as you can tell.
Yeah. See, I mean, this is what I mean. It's just like this constant bullshit, snark.
It's not constant bullshit. I just don't think. I think I have a different series of events in my head, and I don't want to relitigate.
The guy with the broken brain has the correct series of events in his head. Okay.
I think I was more intimately connected to what was going on and all the different things that have happened.
Yeah, retard stuff was going on. You arguing with Riley.
Well, I'm not arguing with Riley.
You did more than argue. I mean, you threatened to R his girlfriend.
Oh, Sean. Oh, somebody else.
I'm not arguing with. And I was not arguing with Schizo Sean. That never happened. There was no argument there at all. So that's a completely new thing. Hi, Scraps. How you doing? There's no argument.
Why don't you show up with some energy? Show up with energy. That's it. You know, for the fans.
There was no argument. Okay. You just chimmed
out
on him on Twitter and said that he was trying to kill you.
Hold on. How about? Stop, get the fucking look off your face. What is this shit?
Well, I mean, it's some kind of fucking scam that you're about. I can hear the fucking sales pitch coming.
Yeah, exactly. That's what everything sounds like from this guy. Everything's a pitch.
Yeah, it is a sales pitch. Can I do a sales pitch?
Sure, go for it.
All right. Hi, my name is Vito Gesualdi. I've got a very exciting product to sell you, sir. Can I have a minute of your time?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Fantastic. Can I come to your home? You gotta love my home here.
Fuck no, get out of here.
Can I come to That's the first thing he wants is get a literal foot in the door.
Here at the door. Here's the product.
Thank you, Vito, for not killing yourself. Coop
shut the fuck
Super
up. Stop reading
for 10.
Let me finish my
Mom and Dad
bit.
break up live.
Let me finish the fucking bit.
Vito, I started going to therapy because I realized I relate to you too much. Wow, I bet that's true.
Fun at therapy, man. I'm too smart for it. It's a real problem. I already know what they're gonna say.
Too smart for therapy. To be fair, you need a very low IQ to go to therapy.
Go work
Too
for
smart.
five.
I'm
Vito,
too smart for therapy to work.
Kingdom for five. Vito, you're great. We love you, but this whole episode is pure secondhand embarrassment for you. Please stop crashing out so hard.
I don't care. This is not crashing out. Will you guys stop saying crashing out?
Crashing out.
Just because you learned the term crashing out, every 2 seconds I get, oh, he's crashing out. He's crashing out. Duh, it's a crash out.
How many times did you say that you were the talent in the last year? How many times have you intimated?
Not nearly enough. Hold on. Wait, do you think when I say that, do you think I'm saying you're not the talent?
No.
What do you think I mean
How
when
many
I'm saying
times have you
I'm the
said
talent?
it? How many times have you said it?
I have no idea. What do you think
Could
that
you count?
means? What do you think that means?
How many times have you said it, and under what circumstances have you said?
Three times, I believe, maybe?
Oh, you're way. I think you've said it way more times than that.
I don't think. I'm sure somebody can make a supercut.
How many times have you said that? I could probably go in Discord and search your name today.
3.
Yeah.
I just said 3. I gave you an estimate.
Well, I'll tell you what I think. I think you say that shit is a joke, and eventually it becomes cope, and you start to believe it. You start acting.
I'm not saying it as a joke.
And I think you're saying that is a joke, but I think one of these days
I'm
you're
not
gonna
joking. Wait, what do you think it means when I say I'm the talent? Why is it negative to you?
Because you're not the talent. Like you exist as a sounding board for Dick.
You realize you're also the talent, right? We're the talent.
No, Dick. I mean, again, I don't want to sound like I'm defending Dick, but like he's the talent, and you're there to like be a bouncing for him to throw his jokes at. Essentially,
no, we are nothing
at your expense.
I am not the talent, nor would I ever.
That's just a fucking show business term for the comedian, the performer. That's the talent.
You're not in show business, dude. This is not show business.
This is literally show business.
This is not show business, bro. This is losers with a microphone.
This
is not show business.
It's comedy. Okay.
This is not entertainment, Vito.
I think
this is losers with a microphone scraping for cash, the bottom of the barrel.
Wow. That is the most self-aware thing I've ever heard him say. Because like that's the whole joke here is that both of them, well, Dax more than Vito, were at one point kind of approaching the mainstream. Like Dax was in that commercial that got pulled. He was on Dr. Phil, but they blew it. Like they blew it. After many years of saying stupid shit, defending cuties, all this dumb shit, they both blew it. And now they're resorting to this to like barely survive. And he just says it outright.
Begging for money, busking. That's what this is.
We are in the top 50 fucking super chatted shows on YouTube. We have a top 200 podcast on Patreon. This is as much. Here's a.
It's because Dax knows how much of it's fake. Did you see the look on his face? This is probably the greatest proof, even more than what Maddox presented when he looked at all the engagement and showed that it wasn't real.
We have a top 200 podcast on Patreon. This is
Yeah, this is when I'm buddy, I don't know how to tell you this, but no, we're not.
But here's I'm not gonna get too into it, but
you're Delulu, bro. Delulu.
There's very few guys who are as blessed as we are. I don't know why you think of this as small potatoes. To me, this is huge.
Well, I said what I had to say.
Okay,
you got anything else?
My pitch. Yeah,
okay,
hold on. I was doing a whole bit. Here's my pitch. We got a great show. It's called The Biggest Problem in the Universe, and it's had its ups, it's had its downs. But here's my.
At the end of the day, it's about family. That's what it's really all.
Here's my pitch to you. I want to recommit to this show for a period of time. We can figure
redoing our vows.
out what that period of time is. When we do the best fucking show we can do. We go balls to the wall, high energy.
We go ball to the wall.
Bits, maybe a guest here or there, whatever.
I'm not doing guests. No, fuck guests. I'm not doing guests.
Okay, I got you. Don't get hung up on the fucking guests. We don't got to do it now because let's be clear, you're a new dad.
You're the guest, Vito.
We put it off.
Like, to be real,
whatever.
You're the guest.
I think we got something good. I think we had something great. I think it went off the rails. I want to do what I can to get it back on the rails. I'm not going to therapy. That's
this right here. Suffa tags. He's getting everything he deserves.
Something great. I think it went off the rails. I want to do what I can to get it back
on the rails. Not me. Like, he takes even in this stupid speech, he still won't take any responsibility. He's still like, the show failed. The show did this.
Rails. I'm not going to therapy. That's not part of it. But I will not fight. That being said, if you see me do something and you go, hey, Vito, that constitutes fighting, don't, like, I'll try my best. I don't 100%. I'm trying.
He's like, do you know what he's like? He's like Dutch in Red Dead. He's like, listen here, Dax, I got a plan. We're going to go to Tahiti, Dax. I got a plan. All I ever did was fight.
Trying my best.
Who are you talking to?
You.
I'm not saying you're doing some shit online. I don't give a shit.
I think we have.
What are you talking about?
Okay, look. Is this the closing of a book or the start of a new chapter?
Bro, you fucking need therapy. Like,
you stop saying I don't need therapy.
You are so needy. You are so needy. I mean, it's like you need some kind of a win, something. You say, I got that, I got it. I can take it home with me.
Bro, I don't need a win. I just want to have some very simple conversation about the show.
No, I'm not having a conversation with you about shit. It's a waste of time.
It's not a waste of time. We have a big show. We should be like
You're right, Dax, but you have been having this conversation for 40 minutes now.
I don't know why you're trying to talk me out of it. Like, why don't you go outside and talk a rock into moving? Dude, look at me. Look at my head. There is zero chance you're going to affect what's in my head at all.
Well,
I don't give a fuck about anything you're saying. You have no idea what's in my head. You don't even know what's in your head.
I really don't.
You know nothing, Jon Snow. What are you talking about?
So
you don't know where I've been, Lou.
So say to me, Vito, whatever we're doing, we're just on a flat road, and we'll see what happens. Because that's what.
Vito, whatever we're doing on a flat road, and we'll see what happens.
Okay, I will treat it like a flat road. I'll come in.
What the fuck does that even mean?
I'll hit my mark. I'll bring some energy.
What does that mean? Isn't that what he originally started this as? It's just you need to do the show better?
No, you have to bring energy, though. You have to bring energy. Like, seriously.
I'm going to really try my best.
Nah, you got to really.
Well, I mean, I'm telling you, part of what gets me energized. You want to know what gets me energized?
I don't give a shit. Calories? I mean, coming up with ideas? What do you mean?
I'm energized.
Buying stuff, and then making money on it at some point in the future.
When I have energy, when I'm putting on the best show ever, it's because I'm excited about the show.
Who cares? Be excited anyway. It's a job. No one gives a fuck about your mental state. Show up and act like it. Get your fucking life together. Get your act together.
Okay.
You gotta make money, not to have your ego stroked. Grow up.
It's not about having my ego stroked. I just don't know why we can't have fun and have an exciting show.
I'm having a great time. I don't know why you're not having fun.
Because I don't know what's going on, man.
I don't know what's happening, man. Whatever it is, something's happening, but it's not me.
All right. Well,
you need to go to therapy, bro.
I'm not going to therapy. Stop saying that.
You need to go to therapy.
Why do I got to go to therapy?
Because your brain's all fucked up.
What is fucked up about my brain?
I don't know. You don't know what's coming or going. You got way too much invested in like a comedy show and a podcast. It's all the things you're saying are all fucked up.
So I mean, I guess that's where the disconnect is that I look at this thing and I go, this is a big, exciting thing.
Right.
And you don't, right?
No. Now you're just making shit. This is like why you need therapy, because to understand things, you have to like pervert it and invert it and say weird shit back that I didn't say.
All right.
I didn't say I don't care about it. I said you have all this weird shit wrapped into a comedy show that you shouldn't be there. Like validation of yourself. It's fucked up.
Wow. Yeah. That was another one where he had no response. Look at this.
I didn't say I don't care about it. I said you have all this weird shit wrapped into a comedy show that you shouldn't be there. Like validation of yourself. It's fucked up.
You're like, what? Wait, you're telling me that, like, if I sell a product, I should actually, like, provide it? And that I shouldn't ban the only people keeping me, like, giving me enough money to pay rent? And that maybe, like, I'm the lowest of the low, and I have no right to whine about people calling me retarded? Yeah, exactly.
Vito, just say, Mike Hunt for 2. Vito, just say, I'm sorry you feel that way. The Monkey Bros for 2. You mad, Vito? You mad, Vito? Spider Eternal for 2. The guy crashing out says he's not crashing out. Gelatis Root for 2. Vito's Costanza, but if Seinfeld was a horror show. Rhinoxus for 2. Vito, top 50 buskers. Autumn for 2. This is Talent. JVC for 2. Vito has narcissistic personality disorder. Manny Muskets for 5. Dick's had a 20-plus comedy career. Vito's had a couple funny YouTube videos whose better perspective on the show is. Spider Eternal for 5. Vito, stop arguing the internet. 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 Giga Warp for 2. Dick, do you regret giving him an IP share? No, because the IP doesn't mean anything. Podcasts are just between people. The name's totally irrelevant. That was the joke from the beginning. The name doesn't mean anything.
I don't think people get that. The show doesn't exist.
Do you?
The show is... I mean, I guess you could do a version of the show without me. I guess I could do a version of the show without you, but it wouldn't be the same.
Yeah, I wonder which would be... I wonder where the fan base would be split. I wonder how many people would go to the Vito's biggest problem in the universe. Vito should do a show called The Biggest Problem in the Universe where every week he's the biggest problem. And it's just why he's the biggest problem.
Yours would suck, though.
I don't think so.
I mean, didn't you try it with that Tuesday Night Griff thing?
No, that was a totally different fucking thing. I never found
it. Work. The cope, he spurts out, he knows it's true.
Because I didn't find a good stable of guys. I gotta find the right guys.
What about Corn Boys?
Yeah, I gotta find the right guy to suck off of, to leech.
But it didn't work.
No, Corn Boys is gonna be good.
Yeah, I'm the one who does this over and over and over, though. I make successful podcasts over and over and over. Right? Yeah. Me, Maddox, me, and Sean, me, and you, me, and Johnny. I got 100% track record. That's what I'm saying. That's what Manny Muskets is saying.
Yeah, okay, maybe you're the Howard Stern, you know? No
matter what Howard Stern, I'm just saying.
Howard Stern.
Numbers. Hit.
I've had successful podcasts.
Name one. Literally name one.
You can't even say that. You can't even
Name 3 books. Like,
say that I make hits. You can't even say that I make hits. What the fuck is wrong with you? You need a fucking psychiatrist. You can't even say that I make hits podcast. I obviously do.
If I had the archives of Violence Island, you'd say, well, that's a pretty good podcast right there.
What? What are you talking about?
Violence Island. Somebody has those episodes.
Vito, Spider Eternal.
Funny, if no one has the episodes, if they're lost media, it means they weren't a hit. Okay, people archive sector streams. People archive Housemeister and KKK. Like, that's how low the bar is to get archived, and you didn't get.
Dude, Vito, you absolutely need therapy for real, bro.
I will never go to therapy, and that's
why?
the bottom line. No,
Why?
There's no point.
Why?
I'm going to talk to a lady who goes, yeah, you fuck around and then you die. What am I going to get?
Yeah, but you're always begging your friends to call you and work things out. I mean, you're clearly like seeking conversation and human.
Well, that's what normal people do. Is instead of having a therapist, you have like a priest and a good stable of like friends who hold you to standards and are just, like self. You know, you all improve each other, but he can't do that.
Contact.
You can't have he's like the leech. He can't do that.
No. No. What do you mean?
Okay, you're not insinuating yourself with conversations.
I'm not trying to have. I'm not trying to have conversations.
You're not calling them over and over, saying, "Let's talk about this. Let's go to dinner and talk this out." You're not ever saying that kind of stuff.
I sent you an email and I said, "Hey, I don't really
no.
know."
You don't need to explain it. Just say no. I mean, what's explaining it going to do?
I don't understand why we can't go to dinner.
Me and you?
Yeah.
Because I don't have a weeknight. I don't want to. Number one, and I also
Thank you. I was afraid he was going to cope there.
don't have the time to waste going to dinner with you or spend going to dinner with you.
So you would not enjoy going.
So mad. Vito really thought that they were friends, even though everybody has been saying for years that the only reason he kept him around was to shit on him. And he was really like, this guy's my buddy.
Get that with me.
I would probably enjoy it, but I don't want to do it.
Okay. Well, that's good to know. At least I know that you would have a good time.
How did you know?
I like what I mean. Well, I mean, here's my fear is that you're like any interaction with me is just like, you want to get out of it as quickly as you can.
Yeah, that's everyone though. That's like everyone, dude. Even the people that shit on you don't like to talk about you. This is like the first time I've ever done any Vito related stuff because it's just a slog. Like maybe someday there'll be a Vito is for things stream. Once this is fully baked and we have all the inside stuff, but
you can't tolerate me. That I'm intolerable.
Well, I mean, at some point, yeah, because it's like just internet shit. I don't want to be around that crap.
Okay.
You know?
So if Vito becomes Vito needs to become a more tolerable person.
No, I didn't say that.
But that's what it feels like. It feels like being around me, being near me, having to talk to me is.
Bro, you need
is he starting to get self-awareness? Or is he going to do a full like I've been kicked out of 109 friendships, but you're the problem?
You need real friends. Like you need.
Yes.
Real people that aren't just internet shit.
I have Dirk, the corn boy.
Yeah, but you try to turn that into internet shit. Do you see how fucked up that is?
Oh, we want to make content. It's fun. Guys like to make stuff with their buddies.
Okay.
I got a million things I got to do. I got to make friends. I got it. In the meantime, you're right. I do worry about annoying people, and I don't want to annoy you. So
yeah, but you are super annoying.
I got it. I got to figure out how to be less annoying.
Okay.
And I've heard what will make me less annoying to you, and I will work on it. If you
okay.
Think of any,
he's still not going to talk to you.
If you think of it, because I value. Shut the fuck up. I know you, and I don't know how much of it is performative.
None of this is performative. I have a fucking family. I don't give a shit about this online stuff.
I know. Okay, I'm not talking about online stuff. I'm talking about
what this is.
Bro, I have spent 3 years at your house once a week. I know your family. I know your dog.
You don't know my family? You've come over for parties. You don't know my fucking family?
You're right. I don't know your family.
No, I am right. You don't know these people. You come over for fucking get-togethers. What are you talking about, man?
This is righteous.
I'm not trying to say I know them intimately.
Well, then why are you saying it? Why are you saying it?
Because I'm just making a broad generic.
It's a joke. Me saying that I know your family well is a joke. What the fuck?
Point. I know you're going to hammer in on that. And when I say family, I mean also your wife. Okay?
I don't know why you would say these things. It's insane.
What is insane about it? You're
I
part
know
of my
your
life.
family? Why would you say these things?
I know where they sleep.
You need real friends, dude. You need therapy and you need real friends and you got to stop fucking wrapping your validation up in this online shit. It's totally crazy.
Look, all I'm saying is
it's exhausting.
It's not exactly.
I'm doing it for the fans, but it's exhausting. Like I'm sure they understand why it's totally intolerable.
I don't even know what we're talking about right now.
I don't even know what's happening. We're back to ignorance.
You've been a part of my life. Thank you very much. And God bless America.
Buy the shirt if you kill yourself.
Buy the shirt.
This speech.
And I'm always going to miss you.
You can have the last word.
I miss you. And I'm always going to miss you. You were a very important part of my life. And I have a deep fear that that time is over.
Yeah.
And if that's how it has to be, it's tremendously sad. It's like losing a friend. It's like losing a brother.
Yeah.
It's losing someone I cared about. And how do I put this?
Smile.
I deeply respect you.
This is so fake. He knows that this is just desperation.
As a comedic talent, as a man, as a person, and I see the life you have. I see the family you make. I see the smiles you bring to this. Is getting gay. I'm being gay. I think you have value. Don't do that.
That's so funny. All right. Well, keeping on this theme of this stuff being a Parbake. So this little commentary, the cabal, the Nicholas mob, civil war, that I've been showing like the little pieces of, because it's been heating up. It has been slowly heating up. The oven's been has been coming to preheat. Well, now it's actually on. Now, unfortunately, I keep saying over and over, he's gonna go down eventually over something. Like, there's too many signs. One of the other signs that happened recently that really kind of opened my eyes to just how vulnerable this guy is, like more than I even kind of just assumed. He blocked me. I am nobody. I have 2 viewers. I have 2 followers on Twitter. I am nobody. I've never interacted with one of his posts. I don't think I've ever commented. Maybe I've commented on one months ago, but I don't think I've ever commented on any of his shit. I've responded to Alex Gekmo, just saying that one of the reasons why that whole community died was because of the optics cucking. But somehow he knew I existed and blocked me. So I hope for his sake he has a bot or something. Because if he's actually manually going in and looking at any mention, and all my mentions of him, I call him Nicholas, so it's not like he would just search his name. But if he is manually looking for everyone who's ever mentioned him, he is way crazier than I expected. And that means that I even more strongly feel like there's something that's going to go down. That he's going to go down eventually. So anyway, this has been heating up, and basically the long and the short of this whole drama, I guess, is Willie Mack's show has been saying a bunch of stupid shit, blaming people for doxing, while he then retweets people's doxes. And he made this video whining about Bad Empanada. Obviously, Bad Empanada is insane, so I'm not defending him. Although it is funny that he's marrying that Willie, I guess, is marrying a former IDF soldier. An Israeli. Now, obviously, if Bad Empanada was being not insane, what he would have done was just drop that, but not drop her name or the location of the wedding. But instead, he did all this crazy shit. And so this guy, Mr. Addicted to Adderall on every stream guy, called him out. Because I guess Willie is saying that Queeman, this guy, Adderall man, his community is the one that doxed Willie's wife and the wedding. Specifically because it was a guy on Kiwi Farms. So I guess all of Kiwi Farms is just Adderall Man's community. It's doubly funny because this guy is also Jewish. So I don't know. And I guess the angle on Nicholas is that he's not talking about it. I do agree it feels gay and retarded. I guess my point is that it's interesting that not just this guy, not just Alex, but also Augie are all kind of declaring war here on Nick over it. I'm gonna see what he has to actually say here. What his Oh, and there we go. Look, he's already. You can already tell that his leg is jumping because he's on the Adderall.
Released a video last night. It's a video mainly about Bad Empanada and Bad Empanada doxing Willie Mack's wedding. Now, Willie claims Bad Empanada is not the one who doxed his wedding. I take a slightly different definition of doxing. Now, that is what Bad Empanada did. 100%. That is what he did. Now, did he originate the dox? No. The dox originates with a Kiwi Farms post by a completely anonymous account, as far as I can see, that has 2 posts, neither of which mention me. I don't know how I'm supposed to have any control over that. I don't know how I'm supposed to take any responsibility for that, but there's fucking nothing I can do about this, despite what Willie Mack probably wants you to believe. Willie Mack's basis, ascribing this to me now, a clip that takes place
a script?
weeks after Willie has already been doxed. He uses that to claim that I am the one doxing him or that my fans are the ones doxing him. And that necessarily has to be the case, because in the clip Willie Mac's talking about, I'm reacting to a Destiny quote tweet of Gato Fumador. And this Gato Fumador person posted a video, a clip of...
Is all this just pointing out that he's not the one who doxed him? Because we all know that. Like, obviously, he isn't the one who did it. It was a guy on Kiwi Farms, and you can't... Queeman is not the owner and operator of Kiwi Farms or associated with it.
Video of Willie Mac's docs. Now, in Willie's own video, Willie says he does not blame Destiny because by the time Destiny quote tweets his docs, it's already viral.
Hold on. Wait. So the guy who actually did, like, massively boost your docs, who's Destiny, you're going to defend him? Dude, this Willie... I keep saying this, but this Willie guy, like... Some of his videos are good and everything, but I like, he's just not a smart guy. One of the biggest evidences of that was when Destiny was literally doing a Share Blue sponsored Democratic, like, focus group event where the whole goal was to get people to come and talk about Jan 6 and how it was a coup and all this crazy shit. And Willie goes in there and by the end is talking about how it's justified to kill Trump supporters if what Destiny is saying is true. Because he just cannot form any opinion himself. He just is, like, listening to what he's being told.
It's already broadly seen. So I'm absolutely back.
Yeah, they do all sound like clones of each other. So, I know that there's a lot of people, including, like, Queeman and these guys who are trying to, who really want this to be, like, Nicholas, the time Nicholas is going down because he's, like, defending this and everything. I mean, there's this. It's not. I'm sorry. I don't think it is. Like I said, I think this is the Parbake.
Bullshit excuse. I'm the guy who was the moment he's in a tough spot.
Basically, this is going to pre-bake him for when it really does all go down. Because one sign that this might eventually be connected to what takes him down is all these guys who are mad at him right now are the guys who have the goods. They're the guys who would have the stuff that makes them look bad. They had the DMs. They've been in the mob for 4 years or longer than that. They have all the stuff.
The moment he actually has to take a shot that might, he's always the last one off. He says, "Oh, I'm the guy." But this is bullshit excuse. I'm the guy who has to do the dirty work and take out my friends. No, you're always the last one off the fucking bus. That's the reality. That's why you feel like you're the one taking out your friends all the time. It's because you are the last fucking idiot.
All right, let's think of the examples here. Bo Blacks, he's last guy on the bus with that. I mean, he was still coping for him even after the breakup in that one Augie call. Destiny, he was the fact that he was still a Destiny orbiter after the whole polycule thing really goes to show that. He was the one who wouldn't even talk about the Cherry claims because he says it was to protect her. Maybe that's part of it. I also feel like there's some E-Daddy shit going on there. Who else? Tipster. I don't know exactly what the timeline on that was, but I know a lot of people had turned on Tipster. Tommy C. I think that's still ongoing because Tommy C's like a cockroach. He just never fucking dies.
To realize and admit when you're talking about a fucking lost cause. When you're talking about a fucking lost cause. You're the last one to admit Bo Blacks is a wretched degenerate. You're the last one to admit that John Swan is a lying, despicable, manipulative freak. You're the last one to admit that Willie Mac is completely lolcowing out, crashing out on Twitter. Bullshit.
Is he lolcowing out? I mean, he's obviously lying. He's being stupid. And like him blaming saying Kiwi Farms is like the Queeman community is crazy, but I think he's just stupid. Like I think he's really just not very smart.
Lying and smearing about anyone that opposes him. That's what you mean when you say I'm the one who has to take out my friends. It means you're the fucking last one. It feels like you're putting the bullet because you're the fucking last one. Mutahar, exactly.
Okay, to be fair, he was actually early on Mutahar. Or not early, he was like with everybody else, because he cut off Mutahar back during the next Taku shit, which technically was earlier than some people. Because a lot of people only did recently over the whole lying about engineers stuff.
Because you read the room and you'll ride it as far as it goes.
Do people not really? Well, yeah, I mean, well, what he Nicholas has been has said what his content strategy is, and it's basically just it's more than just fence sitting. It's just like having just taking whatever is the most optical position, and so that he looks like balanced or whatever and doesn't piss anyone off. Except for the people, like, I guess he pisses, like, he'll shit on Hassan or whatever, but even the people he's shat on before, he'll come back on if it's opportunistic.
Arguments, their intentions. I mean, we'll play the video, the full thing. We're not skipping a beat with this video. But Willie is like, he has gone way off the deep end. And I've seen a lot of people in this community say that I've gone off the deep end.
Has become a channel
what, because
member.
I'm not fine with fucking smearing people? That's what we consider going off the deep end, because I'm not okay with fucking just smearing fucking Queeman and JSOC as dirty doxers and doing...
Here, yeah, I mean, I think the other part of it is that, like, in the last 6 months, like, literally just in the last year, Nicholas has gone from getting, like, less than 1,000 average viewers to, like, 6,000 every stream. And a lot of it is over the Ethan Hassan Destiny shit. And so I think he sees an opportunity to move into the mainstream. I mean, this is a guy who used to be on the kill stream. Okay, so he's kind of, he's forced his way a lot more optical, like where you're allowed to be a normie. And unfortunately, part of becoming mainstream means dropping a lot of these old guys like Augie and Queeman and stuff. Not just because they're smaller, but because they are smaller, they have to actually differentiate themselves, which they don't usually succeed at doing. A lot of them are pretty much the same, but they will at least like go at people. And this is kind of his way of doing that, I guess. He probably sees this as like the least obstructive way to do that, by just ignoring all of this and not talking about it. Like I said, I don't think this is going to be what takes him down, because it's too passive. Like, as long as Nick just never talks about it and keeps his stance, and he can always just be like, you can't tell me what to cover. It's kind of like the Shamu stuff. But I do think that this is like the pre-bake for when something does happen, because these guys are from now on, these guys are going to be positioned against him, and these are going to be watching what he does and waiting for the moment, like the best moment. Where are the DMs? That's what I'm looking for, because he did drop some interesting DMs here, or not DMs, like Discord shit. That was just him being dishonest. Oh no, it wasn't. It was Alex, I think. Yeah, we got the declaration of war here. So I think the community can't survive me not caring about the interpersonal. Like, this is delusion. I like to say that. But begging someone to jump into a conflict, yeah. See, that's just the position he's going to take. You can't make me cover what I don't want. Interpersonal drama. The guy you just defended, saying he was just a normal guy and the criticism was gross, just made a video with one of the most malicious and dishonest. Yeah, and this is him accusing Queeman of being behind it. And defending the guy who actually did post it out, which is Destiny. And there's just so much dishonesty to a lot of this, where it's like, the whole crux of all of this is these guys being mad about doxing, which I understand why they'd be mad about it, but they don't actually care about it. They care about who gets caught with the hot potato. And that's like always been Nicholas's thing, where he's like, yeah, I record every DM, I record every call, and I hope you release it so I can release them all. None of these guys actually have an issue with any of these things. They're just hoping to be in like the perfect Sun Tzu position to drop it all when they're justified. What exactly do you think you're owed from me? I spoke to Augie about this last night. The people are owed an opinion from you about a guy you associate with who's actively smearing people right now. I was pretty clear in those tweets a few weeks ago that it was my off point on this, and that's really all I got to say about it. If this community wants to stagnate and getting into this isn't stagnation. This is like stuff that's happening. You're the one who's stagnating, who's just doing Ethan Hassan Destiny every fucking week. And like I said, the minute I saw that this guy went out of his way to block me, who's nobody, I was like, dude, this guy's crazier than I thought. Like, I understand that all these guys are a little crazy, but if you're manually blocking like 2 viewer channels who don't even at you, who aren't even like, would be hard to find, like, you are really into this. Like, this whole like, I have a regular job, this isn't my life thing is not true. Shit flingy match about Augie's mom and Willie's wife, that they are fine doing that. Shampoo had the same take about this mess in a recent stream. He also covered the Thorpe's lawsuit where Grok is their lawyer against Destiny. Is the Thorpe's idea just to do like a pro se malicious litigation where they force Destiny? If they want to do that right, they can't sue Destiny personally. They need to sue Destiny's company, because I guarantee you Destiny has incorporated a media company to run his money through to get around taxes. And if you really wanted to be malicious about it, what you'd do is you'd sue that entity. And you do it in a state without anti-slap laws, which are easy to find. Yeah, you know, I don't know. I'm not saying do that. That's just what they do. If they're really just trying to be malicious, that's what they do. What a dishonest framing. Willie's video boils down to Augie's mom and Israeli wife. Are you serious? Now I'm being too dishonest to... Well, no, you're being... I still haven't watched it, and I probably won't jump into the gay commentary civil war. See, he thinks he's above this. That's why. This is him trying to move into the mainstream. This is him basically announcing that he is now too good to talk about this, his own mob's like stuff. That he's above it now, and that he doesn't have to give an opinion. I gave Willie advice to ignore these people, and he didn't. Well, he did more than just not ignore them. He's like accusing them of something that is like really serious, that you guys have all like died on the hill of saying is the unforgivable crime. Ultimately, I have to literally send like 80 fucking friends to pasture. No, honestly, you know, I'm not a huge fan of Adderall, man, but I think he's on point when he says that it's interesting how Nick is always the last one out, and then that makes him think that he's getting the scalp. Like everybody agrees that someone is like out, and that they're like whatever's wrong with him. They're tipster, they're a coomer, they're whatever. But he's the last one out, so it looks like he gets the kill. This guy called Cheese got blocked for retweeting. He uses my account as an aggregate, so that must be how I got blocked. Because I think I responded to one of Alex's posts where I used the term niggelas. Stop begging me to have fire. Well, people want content. They want the fight, okay? And that's what you're denying them. That's why people are mad. Yeah, the Thorpes are funny. I just don't. I just never have followed them enough, and I feel like I'm so behind that I don't know. But yeah, I don't know. Anyone who thinks that this is going to be it, this is like going to bring the mob down, I don't think it will. But this might prepare the way. All right, this is the John the Baptist of the Nicholas takedown.
I told Willie Mac Show that he should just drop this and he should stop. He should just leave. He should just stop fighting with these people. And in retaliation, a video came out talking all about these people. So at that point, there's really not much I can say or do. I gave him my opinion.
What is your opinion? What did you tell him? That's what people want to hear. Did you tell him that this is retarded?
He did the opposite. So now I think that him and Augie are going to fight a lot. And I'm rooting for you to get as much content as you want out of it. Ultimately, though, I think it's just kind of going to end up being a slap fight now. I think Willie's brought up stuff about...
Yeah, so he thinks he's above it. That's what this is. This is literally just him declaring his independence from his own community.
Like, Augie leaving over comments made about fucking, I guess, Augie's mom. And obviously, Willie is just coming back from getting doxxed at his wedding and his wife getting put everywhere. And at this point, my understanding of how this is going to move forward from here is I think that everyone's just going to be awful. I'll just say, I told Willie Mac Show.
Yeah, probably. All right, let's get back to this.
How I'm supposed to have any responsibility when the quote tweet I am covering...
God, we are debating about who's... That's the problem. That's why this isn't going to be what takes it. Because this is just so esoteric and so optics cut. Like, as much as these guys are trying to call it out for Nick, like, they're doing the same thing about this. Well, we're debating about whether quote tweeting a tweet is a full dox, a half dox, an eighth dox, and who's like, you need better than this. I want to see the DM. Like, I don't know. There's probably stuff in there.
Already has like 100,000, 200,000 views when I'm looking at it, and I have a few hundred live, and then I censor it for the VOD upload because obviously I don't intend to dox Willie Mac. So a few hundred people saw this through my stream, when hundreds of thousands have already seen it through Destiny's video. Yet Willie Mac uses that logic to absolve himself of any culpability in J-Stalk's docs, because Destiny, or Destiny's fans, had already posted it with hundreds of thousands of views. But for some reason, this logic that Willie Mac uses to absolve himself doesn't apply to me. That's not the only point where Willie Mac is refusing to apply vindicating logic that he knows to be true, that he knows himself to believe, where he refuses to apply it for me, but is happy to apply it for himself or for his friends. So, great example of this. The Dark Viper drama. Chud was obviously going back and forth with Dark Viper pretty hard over a copyright strike. Kiwi Farms latched onto it. Kiwi Farms ended up doxing Dark Viper. Dark Viper made these massive claims of people etching stuff into his door, scratching stuff into his door. And what did Willie Mack say? He said, you can't ascribe that to Child Logic community with no evidence.
You're prescribing a doxing allegation to his community based on nothing. It's crazy.
You need to show some evidence to start ascribing that to Child's community.
Yeah, so he's a hypocrite, right? And that's why you want Nick to talk
You
about
can't just
this.
smear him with the insane behavior of some Kiwi farmers who happen to have latched onto this drama. And it's not like he's just said that once, either. In the Keffels drama, Willie makes the same points. He says it's insane for Keffels to ascribe the actions of Website Zero, who, won't say the name here for all the many reasons people said before, Website Zero, ascribing their actions to Kiwi Farms. Simply because Keffels' Kiwi Farms page was so active at the time, ascribing the swatting or the doxing to Kiwi Farms, even though the dox was reposted on there, ascribing the doxing and the swatting to Kiwi Farms is absurd.
One funny thing is it's kind of forcing these guys to defend Kiwi.
Website Zero is what Keffels portrays Kiwi Farms.
interesting.
Kiwi Farms is a glorified gossip forum where people troll and use slurs. People do dox on it, but it's not what the site is for. Saying otherwise is like getting doxed on Twitter.
I think the website, I have mixed feelings about the website, but saying that that's not what it's for is a little disingenuous, considering that a requirement for making threads in most cases is that you do.
And then saying all of Twitter is a doxing site.
That's kind of, yeah, I mean, these guys are, as Wings would say, these guys are talking shit about things they know nothing about.
Website Zero is a malicious group of hackers and doxers meant to harass their target, not just online, but in real life as well. Saying in her DMs with Destiny, I was scared. Website Zero users aren't stupid like Kiwi Farms users. So this whole campaign.
Wow, they're going to censor that website? Are we not allowed to say what website that is? It's Doxbin. Are we not supposed to say? I mean, okay.
It is built off of a lie. Website Zero.
I didn't know that was the rules. We're not allowed to say what that website's name, but we are allowed to say Kiwi Farms.
Was too scary to go after.
I mean, there is a distinction between the two, but it's not that big.
So she made it about the infamous troll site. Like what? Is 4chan next?
Because just because there's a bunch of activity there doesn't mean it's them. And they moderate against it. They moderate against it, much like I do. Much like I always would. I even moderate against doxing, same like it's Kiwi Farms level.
Okay.
He would obviously make those points back then. He has in his Keffels videos. He covered Keffels.
I mean, he's right here that Willie is a hypocrite, but their portrayal of what's allowed on Kiwi Farms and what's not is not entirely accurate.
Himself. He wouldn't consider himself part of the harassment against Keffels. That would be absurd. Yet, in this video, he is perfectly happy to take a bunch of unsubstantiated harassment claims from Not So Erudite, that my community or JSOX community has swatted her, trying to get her deported, I hear is being claimed. Taking this absurd claim from the schizophrenic Odashara on Twitter that JSOX community sent a letter to him, something that he's been asked for evidence for. You
know what this kind of reminds me of? This kind of reminds me of when Jessie Single said that she had found Tor swats because she found a Twitter user called what was it, Dustahar, the Lord of the Rings term, and because they both had an account once with the same name, it was the same guy. Where it's just completely like irrelevant and it's just a total shot in the dark.
Before has refused to provide.
It's kind of what Willie is doing here.
Did he throw away the letter or some shit? But he's perfectly happy just to repeat these with little to no interrogation.
And I think the reason why he's willing to, this situation is different is because Destiny. It's because ever since that stupid Act Blue thing that he did with Destiny, he's like an unironic orbiter.
To the truth of the claims. Anyone with any fucking sense who's left in the pockets of commentary community, whatever that means at this point, has immediately clocked that this is an utter...
Jesse, yeah, I know. You're right. Who am I thinking of? I'm thinking of Hacking But Legal, like the who used to orbit Patrick Tomlinson.
Breach of standards, a complete abandonment of the very logic that has allowed their careers to flourish.
Not So Erudite versus I did not know that happened.
For 10 fucking years, 10 years. The exact delineation...
Why would Jay do that? That's so stupid. Why is anyone going on this Not So Erudite person? Like, I know that they're like a Destiny orbiter and they tried to basically buy out Cherry and they run this gay like bridges. Why are you giving them that? These people need
of responsibility during...
It's not very strategic. Why would you give them that? They're not going to give you a fair platform. Like, they're going to say they will, but they never will. Like, they are getting something out of you going on there. And you're not going to just have like a debate or something. If you're going to do that, you need to have like a neutral party host it.
Clear lines where when you moderate your community...
Oh, whatever. Isn't that the prostitute one? That's just like the prostitute podcast or whatever.
To keep a behavior out, you can't be blamed for some anonymous schizophrenic who latches onto the stuff you're
saying. That's even worse then. Why would you go on that?
Goes and does something in a place where you have no control.
Like, I mean, remember when, what's his face? Formerly random sector chatter, Big Papa Fascist, who then decided to come out and be make the Crucible and declare that he was like a real thing. That guy's astroturfed. I don't know what's up with that guy. But anyway, he went on there and got made the fool of.
They need that logic to stand. How many dramas, if you accept this logic, how many more dramas can these people survive? How many more dramas can Willie Mack survive? How many more dramas can Nicholas Oreo survive if that logic is accepted?
I mean, that's a very gay way to put it, but you're right. Like I said, this isn't it, but this is preparing the way.
How long is it until they are covering someone who is also being spoken about in KF and they get doxxed?
I just don't think you get clout by going on the show like that. I think you just look like an idiot. You just look like you've fallen for like the easiest to avoid honeypot ever.
What is my level of responsibility here? How could I have made the point I made about Willie Mac without being accused of dog whistling to swat his wedding? How could I have, what is a way I could have phrased that point? That Destiny's standards leave his own supporters and fans open to being...
Why do you care about Destiny's standards? He doesn't even have any standards for his own marriage. That's the other thing I want to talk about. I didn't plan this, but let me find it. Have you guys seen Destiny's son's Twitter lately? He's going off, and it's crazy. He's like going full like National Socialist, like saying all sorts of crazy shit. And honestly, this is the best argument against Destiny, because this is what it produces. Like his ideology, like his lifestyle is so toxic, so degenerate, so evil that it makes your son become everything opposed to you. Everything. And it's like all these people try to like get Destiny in arguments. They try to get him in these debates. They try to do the math and run the numbers and say the perfect words that'll convince that his ideology is wrong. Destiny does not believe in his ideology for any rationalistic, like from principles reasons. He believes in it because it enables his degenerate lifestyle, and that's it. And so if you want to argue against that like ideology, just show what its fruits are within that lifestyle, which are that your son hates you and becomes a National Socialist and opposed to everything that you represent. Like, this is the greatest argument against anything Destiny says as far as like politics or anything. Not any not him debating with Alan Greenspan or any of this other shit. And engaging Destiny in like serious discussions about politics, I think this is just a mistake. I think it's been a mistake for basically since 2020. It's like treating him like a real thing. No, he's just a failed father and a failed husband. And if this is where it leads, that's all you need to tell people. Because most people are not convinced by like super hyper intellectualized theoretical arguments about politics. They're convinced about like what it produces. And this is what it produces. So like I don't know. It's crazy.
Being doxxed and harassed. How could I have phrased that to where Willie Mac could not have accused me of dog whistling in the way he did? There is not a single way I could have phrased that where he wouldn't be able to make that same allegation, especially when in the clip, and you might not realize this when you watch a video.
Yeah, well, Jay, I don't know. Jay's gone back and forth on a whole bunch of shit.
Video through a first time, because he chops up the
even with the religious stuff.
Clips and leaves parts, it gives a 5-minute gap between stuff. By explicitly...
There's the whole thing about him lying about his patron, or like his local priest, like whether he has his approval or not.
That I'm not okay with doxing. That I don't believe it's no bad tactics, only bad targets. That's, in fact, been a key point that I've been hammering for 5 months at this point, maybe. For a long time. This has been a key point that anyone who has been even in like osmosis range of my community knows I have been hammering about Destiny, about...
I think he's good at arguing with atheists. He's good at arguing philosophy with atheists, but...
Ethan, about all these commentary guys.
And he can be funny. Like, he can be genuinely funny sometimes.
There's not a wink and a nudge. There's not a, oh no, but actually we do. No, I don't. Unequivocally. Obviously. Like anyone that has watched any of my content would know.
God, he is so zooted. I think he's right about all this, by the way. Like, I think he's in the right about calling this out, but he's so zooted. He is so obviously on like 60 milligrams of Adderall.
So what am I to do? Oh yeah, so 2 other things. So, Willie claims that it was my audience that doxed him initially. But I had no knowledge, nor did anyone in my community, from what I know, have knowledge of Willie's wife being Israeli or Jewish. Now, that was actually public. That's not even dox information to say Willie's wife or girlfriend or whatever is Israeli or Jewish. He actually does have old tweets talking about...
Yeah, well, that would be the way to deal with this in a way that's not unethical, is you just bring up the fact that, maybe the reason why he takes these certain positions is because of his wife, who is this... But you don't give her name, you don't give any other details.
His wife's Israeli. There's old clips of him talking about how his girlfriend's Israeli. He has said that on his streams. That wouldn't even be dox information to spread that. But I had no idea until the Bad Empanada dox was viral. So the idea that I had any idea Willie Mac's wife was Israeli Jewish is absurd. The idea that my community were doing it. I literally hadn't even seen the post on KF because I don't fucking read Destiny's thread every day. I just check in when there's like some big leak I have to grab info for. It's like if there is some big story developing, yeah, people go to KF. Like commentary YouTubers do. Like all commentary, like Turkey Tom, like Willie Mac, like Nick the Oreo, like any of these people would. When a big story develops, they go and visit because that is where they compile, that's what I'm looking for, compile archives of content. So if someone in a big situation is taking stuff down, leaking stuff, it's going to be posted there. It's going to be posted there. And they've defended that. And they've defended the use of it. Destiny has defended the use of it. That was the whole Kefl's arc. That was the whole thing. Was you can't just use ancillary connections to KF to ascribe all the responsibility for KF's actions to those content creators, and then use KF's ancillary nature to potential swatters to blame KF for all swatting. You can't just draw these connections of responsibility to try and rope everyone in and shut down criticism, which is what they're doing. Make no mistake. That is what Willie's doing. He has been fighting with us for months, and only now attempts to even remotely engage with anything anyone said in one of his videos. Because, why? Because he found an opportunity to shut down criticism, obviously. On top of that, one of Destiny's dox attempts on me is in both of his videos. Her name is in both of his videos. And in his second video, he plays a portion.
You might not want to say that. Why would you say that? You really will. All right, man. This is what the Adderall does to you. Because it's like, why would you want to call attention? I mean, unless it's a fail dox, I guess.
Of the released Cherry audio.
You really want to get that W and risk that?
The non-consensual Cherry audio, non-sexual portion, and shows all the KF posts of where to find it. So the idea that I am getting blamed for leaving a video playing on autoplay.
Isn't there a new Big Bungie video? Hold on.
That Destiny has already quote tweeted to 200,000 people. The idea that I am getting blamed for that live when I censored it in the upload, got throwaway to censor it on Twitter, even though I usually don't control the people that fucking clip my shit at all. I don't like making recommendations to them or anything like that. Willie had to be basically pressured into fixing the Cherry stuff. It's like totally absurd. Willie does not care.
There is. Everybody go watch this. Ethan is online. I saw his last video, but
about this doxing incident. Okay, this is pretense. Purely pretense because it's a safe way to swing at me, to swing at J-Steel, to swing at Augie.
Yeah, all these guys are disingenuous. They're all liars. None of them care about doxing. None of them care about any of this. They just want to be in the perfect position when they accuse someone else of it. And that's what Nick is doing too. Great job, guys. You guys figured out what everybody else in the sector figured out 5 fucking years ago. Apparently this is IDubbbz saying
in Somalia
Whitey.
and many more countries in the Middle East. So already trying to generalize the Middle East. 48.7%.
Yeah, but he's generalizing a statistic about a region. So either the statistic is right or already we're 2 seconds in.
Are cousin marriages. Is this a way of life you would like to import into a Western country? This is insane. This is an insane thing. Because what they're not including is that this is a country is in horrible conditions in every regard.
Not all of them. Well, Somalia is, but there are countries that are not that worse, not that bad off, or at least better off than Somalia that have even higher rates of cousin marriage. Not only that, but what, you think poverty is what creates cousin marriage? It's not. It's culture. It's specifically it being allowed in their law, in their custom.
Honestly, I'm not going to...
Honestly, that's racist to say that once you become rich, you just instantly go to postmodern Western values.
I'm not going to question the statistic. The statistic might be wrong, or it might be right.
Look it up. You're on, this guy's doing 6-hour streams where he sits around, just look it up.
But I'm not interested in fucking discovering that. Because it doesn't change the argument. Because it's the same as all the other pink washing nonsense, where they're like, did you...
Pink washing? I mean, I didn't think he was going to straight up go actual kill Whitey on this.
No? They're not very friendly to gay people in this country.
Yeah, they're not.
And then they name a country that's experiencing the utmost poverty.
Yeah, well, that's the other problem, is there's a couple of these countries that are very harsh, have very strict laws about gay people who are not poor.
The utmost crime and lack of health care and
what does healthcare have to do with your opinion about... What the fuck? This is why I didn't even watch his 2015 Refugees Welcome video, because it's every sentence is retarded.
Of all of your needs being fulfilled. So it's
in Saudi Arabia, they literally pay you to exist if you're a citizen. You don't have to do anything.
It's almost like a non-starter. It's like, why are you even talking about this shit? You're not suddenly insert European country just because you become a citizen. Okay, so what they're describing is, I make a point that, like, some of the people in this Italian marketplace are Italian, and to judge the people in the marketplace because of the color of their skin and basically saying I'm more Italian than the people here living in Italy is a fucked up kind of racist thing to say.
No, it's just a fact. Do you actually have an argument? Is it just racist? I mean, it's racist in the sense that it is ascribing an inherent basis to race that is connected to citizenship. But all of these countries had, it's called just sanguis. Like, they all had citizenship that's based off of whether you had grandparents that lived in the countries for the last, like, 100 years or whatever. Like, it is explicitly based off blood. Like, most of these countries still had definitions of citizen for that until very recently. Some of them still technically have it on the books. They just allow the others off of, like, a refugee claim.
People aren't very market.
Obviously.
Like, this guy would walk into a marketplace and declare that people aren't very Italian. He's not doing the work that is...
Well, neither are you. There's part of this is, I don't know if it's in this clip, but he says that he's visited places through GeoGuessr, and that means that he's allowed to comment on it.
None of these people are ethnically Italian in here. I don't see any of my... Or how else do you want to phrase it? You want to say real?
Yes. Yeah.
You know, because that's kind of a fucked up coded way of saying that.
It's not coded. It's just speaking the truth.
Real Italians.
Well, what's funny is the rest of this comment also makes the interesting point that basically he's applying he says it's American. It's more of a neo-American, basically, since the whole melting pot myth was invented in the early 20th century, that he's taking that perspective on it, which is true.
The native-born population of London is about 60%. That figure is on course to drop below 50%. Ooh. So, Ian, why can't you see this as an issue? Because you haven't demonstrated why it's an issue. I wonder why that's happening. Could it be that your country is responsible for displacing loads of people? And where else are they going to...
Yeah, also, like, Italy, number one. And second of all, if the country's evil and has hurt them, why are they moving there? If that's your logic.
Fucking go. Here in Italy, many of my friends have been robbed, assaulted, and it's been by North Union has ruled that drawing any kind of conclusion from that is weird.
It's weird, yeah, that's very compelling. I wonder if I can be better at GeoGuessr than him. I don't even think it's 2017. I don't even think he's gotten that far. I think it's literally 2015, because it sounds like it straight up sounds like some, what? You need to log in to play GeoGuessr? What? Oh, since when? Oh, no, you don't. There's a free version. Why is GeoGuessr like an official thing now, where you have to, like... That's crazy. Yeah, no, this is like 2015 brain. So I lived in Europe for about half a decade, and during part of that period was during the Syrian refugee crisis in like the mid 2010s. And there were people talking like this in Europe, where it's like refugees welcome or whatever. And they changed their tune pretty fast. Like, even the leftists did, like, pretty fast. It eventually became more complex. The copes became a little more well thought out, whatever. And it's interesting to see just how much changed in like 10 years in Europe, just from like mass amounts of immigration like that. And that's why, like, people are telling him, like, to go to Europe and see, because like, that's all it would take. It's just like real personal experience. Okay, this one says it's a free alternative. All right, what are we looking at here? Africa, looks like. $50. Maybe India? India or Africa? Okay, can we zoom in? Can we move? Oh, we can move. Okay, okay. I didn't know we could move. I haven't played this in a really long time. I haven't played this since it was just some free shitty thing. AGO $50. If you were $50, what would you be? How far can we move? Hold on, let's look. Let's oh, this is Africa. This is Africa. Okay, okay. I'm thinking it's arid. This could be South Africa. This could be like Namibia. Okay, we've got Shawls, maybe a Muslim area. I'm gonna go with Kenya. I'm gonna go with Kenya. Specifically, we're gonna go. Yeah, let's just try. Oh, Nigeria, northern Nigeria. Well, at least we got the same continent. At least it was on the correct planet. Let's go. What is that sound? What is that sound? Why does OpenGuesser have music? The fuck? Okay, 19. So okay, so we're in Europe. What's that sign say? Come on, let me read the sign. Did it just disappear? Okay, that does not look like an Orthodox church. What is that? Is that a flag? Is that a flag? I assume JF would do really well at Race Guesser. Better than me. Although I had some good picks on Race Guesser. Zona. Slovakia. I think. The Amazing Jobs Cope stream. I haven't yet, and honestly, because it's already getting late, I'll probably, because it's 2 hours long, I'll give you a little prep on that. From what I understand, he gives an apology in the first 15 minutes, and then he melts down, talks about how he's broke, and then decides to commit like multiple more cases of defamation apropos of nothing, and is basically inviting himself to get sued. And so I think I will look at that like right now, basically, because it is in the title and it is the thumbnail. The other problem is that the stream has been totally scuffed because for some reason the internet fucking sucks. So I'm dropping like half my frames. But that's just the way it is. I also, there was for some theology tube stuff, there's like a subsector of the Religidome where you get into the really autistic debates about like subsets of subsets of subsets of arguments. And one of the most schizo battlefields for that is whether Muhammad even existed. Okay, we're like talking, we're through the looking glass here. And there's these two guys, Reasoned Answers, who was in the Muhammad Hijab stream, and then I think it's called Islam's Origins or something, who are currently having a slap fight over just how much, like they both agree pretty much that he didn't exist, but they're debating about how much he didn't exist. And it's really funny because there's all sorts of like, there's a lot of potential here. Okay, I think this is Slovakia. I think Zona is Slovakian. I was trying to look for any signs about what town this is, but I can't find it. No, it's Czech. Hey, I was in the same language group. Okay. Cumhuriyet University, Nananik. Okay, this will make it easier. What language is this? Where in Europe is that? Hungary. Hurriyet Nanofotnik Aristurma. Why is it not in I think this is Hungarian. Yes, it's extremely autistic. It's really funny though, because it's like they both think he didn't exist, but to like a different extent. It's very autistic. And it's like I said, this is like because generally like in the religion dome, the general debate is, you know, Muslim versus whatever. Nanophotnik. See, that makes me almost think it's, is this Hungarian? This doesn't sound Hungarian. Is this maybe like Croatian? Like Slovakian? Or, you know what this is? I think this is Romanian. Asherterma Merkezi. Let's look here. Kunhuriyet. That's what we're looking for. Kunhuriyet. Where is it? Maybe it's not that. I mean, this looks Romanian. Kunhuriyet. Surely it'll be here. Well, no, it wouldn't. Romania wouldn't have Cyrillic. I was just going through my guesses. I'm pretty sure this is Romanian though, which means it's either going to be in Moldova or it's going to be it's going to be here. Is there a search? But yeah, I'm trying to get some theology stuff about that, because the slap fight's getting pretty sectary. It's getting pretty sectary. They're kind of moving past the arguments by now. And also, Reason Answer sometimes like just lets like Muslims call in, and they're like just kids, and it's really funny. But yeah, the Carl stuff. I hear that video is kind of a disaster, and he's just trying to get sued again. Where is this place? I know it's around here. I mean, I think I know. I assume just searching Kanhuri at University is cheating. Yeah, that's definitely cheating. I'm not going to do that. If you were this Kanhuriyet University, where would you be? What part of the great state of Romania would you be festering in? Or Moldova, for that matter. Oh, no. All right, I'm just gonna. It's around here somewhere. I'm just gonna put a thing down because I'm getting bored with this particular picture. If I was a real pro, we'd be able to find it. Because it's just right here. I mean, this is like the easiest one, right? Where it just shows you exactly the university. We'll see if I'm even right about it being Romanian. I mean, it looks fucking Romania. I guess the skill at this is timing. Do you think Europe will be able to fix their demographics? Yes, I do. I think that what they need to worry about... So there was a U.S. Army scenario that was written in the 2000s by a very high-up general. Late 2000s, this is like 2009, I think. Who already saw the like demographics of Arabs and figured that Europe would turn and try to like basically get rid of them, probably through deportation. And that the U.S. might have to intervene in Europe to stop a humanitarian crisis, which is very gay, obviously. The U.S. should not do that. And we wouldn't now because things are already turning in the U.S. Against being sympathetic to that. But you think it's Slovakia? Really? We already had one in Slovak. I don't know, man. It looks pretty Romanian to me. I'm not exactly an expert. I guess I'm more of an expert than Ian. I've been to almost every country in Europe. Yeah, this could be, actually, now that I'm seeing the names and stuff. All right, I'm just guessing. I'm just guessing. I know I already said that. But for realsies this time. What? I guess they do have that. The two things. Turks are Romanians confirmed? Wow, I fucked that one up. Alaguel de... Okay, so this is in Spain. Where in Spain? Avenues. Oh, they tell you the street names. Aves. Do you think Canada can be fixed? Yes, because the population sizes are a lot smaller. Keep in mind, Canada has like 42 million people in it. It's only like the size of California for the whole thing. Bar de Louise. Okay. Aves Sao. Okay. Wait, no, this is Portuguese. Oh, shit. This could be in fucking Brazil. Okay, hold on. Ah. White Sharia is the only way to... No. No, man. Mormonism is not going to give you what you think it will. Mechanica Santa Elisa Ltd. Yeah, this is either Portugal or Brazil. Hold on, what do the people look like? Hold on, this might tell me. Oh, Bella Rio. Biera Rio, Nova Venecia ES. I mean, surely that's not Spain. Is this like on the border? Avenue San Mateos, Biera Rio, Nova Venecia. Surely it doesn't mean that it's on the border and that this address is... Hold on. Hold on. It could. I'm getting way too into this. I need to just pick random shit. I have to at least see if I did any better than Ian. Even if it was... Yeah, but it wouldn't be in Portuguese. It wouldn't be in Portuguese if it was if it was in Galicia. That's what's making me think it's like on the border and that address is in Spain. Here, let's look for more clues. Unless that ES is something else and it's not the state. Like the country. Yeah, okay. So it does limit how far you can go. That's probably for the best. Damn, is this really what Portugal... Oh, Sao Francisco. Okay, yeah, so this is definitely... What are the phenotypes look? Oh, okay, this is Brazil. This is Brazil. This has to be Brazil. Okay. All right, we're looking in the wrong place. And I mean, I guess it makes sense if it's New Valencia, right? Looks like we're going to Brazil. If you were New Valencia, where would you be? In this big country. I mean, it doesn't look like South Brazil, I'll say that. South Brazil is, all right, where is this? I'm getting more respect for the guys who are really good at this. Yes, that's a very good guess. That is a very, very good guess, my friend. There it is, Nova Valencia. We found it. All right, where's the street? Let's see how good we can get. What is this? Sao Mateus. Mateus. Hold on, we can look for that bar. What is it? It's like Luis or something. Bar do Luis. I wonder if it's even going to be on here. Doesn't exactly look like the spot. Where the fuck is this place? I don't even see the street. Am I blind? Or is it just not? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if it's just not even on here. This bar. Okay, wait. Here's Sao Paulo. San Francisco. Wait, we just saw that street. Here it is. It's right here. Mechanica Santa Alicia. That's what we just saw. It's right here. Let's go! Let's go! Damn, you guys are getting cucked out of the Carl content. This is too fun. All right, let's see if we... Let me see what I was actually saying, is if we actually did better than What's-His-Face, than Ian. Because he said he was trying to be, like, competitive. He's trying to do, like, competitive GeoGuessr or some shit. Okay, are we going to be able to even make it through this? Chapters, okay. GeoGuessr. 3. Oh, God.
This truck probably has some. .at is going to be fucking It's not Austria, I don't think.
Yeah, he's got the
There's
timer,
another
though. I guess it's
country
not really
that has
fair to
A&T.
compare.
It is Austria? Okay, thank you.
Wait, are you just playing a game where you guess, like, where it is? Yeah, carcinization of me into iDubbbz. I don't want to log into your gay shit, dude.
Is that Greek, guys?
Oh, yeah, you're right. It is going to get flagged. See, I don't want to sign in, but for me to actually compete with him here, I'm going to have to. Where the fuck is this? I mean, this is a functional road, so we can already kind of take some stuff out. God, I have a friend who would literally be able to tell you where this is based off the tree. Once we were watching Last Samurai, and in the first scene of Last Samurai, they're in this like grove and they're fighting, and it's supposed to be taking place in Japan. And he had this whole chimp out because he's like, that plant is only native to New Zealand, so that's where it's filmed. And I was like, whoa, buddy, you are autistic. It's pretty powerful. Okay, I have no idea where the fuck this is. This doesn't look like a, This doesn't look like a, hold on, that car. That's a European car. Proof, dude, trust me. Ah, Portugal. Yeah, I can see that being northern Iberia. It could have been worse. Could have been a lot worse. I was on the right continent. And we had nothing there. Johannes, Netherlands? Johannes, Arbeets, Hans. Okay, hold on. So this is either the Netherlands or Hans Grundigstra. Yeah, okay, so this is, we're somewhere in Germany or Austria. Where's Hausmeister when you need him? Johannes Becher, okay. This looks like Westphalia. Nope, Hamburg. Wismar. Hey, this is where Nosferatu's from. Holy shit. If only he was in the thing. I would have been able to tell you it was Wismar. Pumpkin Cellar. Okay, so this is America. You can tell by the environment too. Okay, where in America? This looks like hold on. We got trash cans. Come on, let me get to the trash cans. Huh. Yeah, guys. I'm so smart. Look, it's in America. I just knew that. I knew that from the trees. I knew that, just from the ecosystem here. I'm something of an expert. There's no other clues here that this could be in America. This is on the West Coast. I'm going to say Washington. Nope, I was completely wrong. Arkansas. I'm getting sucked into this, guys. I'm getting sucked into this. I'm getting sucked into I kind of see it. I think I'm turning into Ian. I have to make a freaking GeoGuessr account, though, so that I can at least play the same game mode he is. Otherwise, it's not. Okay, so this is in France. This looks like southern France. Rue de... Okay, yeah. The question is where in France? Chasnias. Oh, God. This is going to be some fucking village. All right, here we go. We're going in. We got condom. If you were this French village, where would you be? I guess this could be... Watch this be in Africa. Like a nice place, a former... French. Yeah, I know. All the French colonies kind of tough. It's kind of over for them. See, this looks like the architect. This looks like southern Spain, or not Spain, southern France to me. Actually, no. This fog now does not look like. Okay, hold on. What does this say? Rue de la Billerie. Okay. As you can tell, I'm very good at all these gay languages. No, okay, this fog, this looks more like northern Spain now. That was a prank. It's calling to me. Normandy is calling to me. I've feeling it's in Normandy. I don't know why. Yeah, let's just go for it. Because the fog means it's near water. Kind of. I was right that it was near water. All right. Okay. Well, you guys got cucked out of the Carl content. But I will do this because I hear that this is fucking crazy. Let's actually just look at some highlights here. Too long didn't watch I Am an Idiot. True. Billy lost it. Well, I don't think you're going to prove that. None of the money this channel earns goes to Billy. Billy is a more... Wow, he is fucking mad. Slop tubers. You are a slop tuber, dude. I also, from what I understand, I saw a clip where he was complaining about Lus. Obviously, Lus is like cripplingly, terminally autistic. But he puts the clips in the clip I saw. He puts Lus clips in the wrong order. He just straight up lies. It's kind of crazy. And then he says a bunch of shit about Billy Mitchell cheating on his wife, I guess. Like, I don't know what... He's just going to get sued again. He's going to get sued again. Why wouldn't he? I mean, there's some theories that Billy's actually poor too, because he had to take a loan from his wife or something. The thing is, if you're taking a loan from your wife, that sounds like just a scheme. Or not a scheme, just like a tax avoidance thing. Not a I'm poor, right? I don't know. I am more apt to believe that Billy has enough disposable income that he doesn't care, even if he doesn't collect everything. And that's why he went through with this, because he would have been warned about that. And this, he says it's not going to, it's just not. Like, because if he gets sued again, he's going to spurg out. And I don't know, this guy deserves everything. I really don't like Carl. Carl is, I know there's some people who are like, oh, we made some good videos. It turns out the completionist shit was bullshit. There's an accountant that went through it that said it's bullshit. It's like everything this guy's done is just bullshit and a lie. Like more of a lie than what Billy's ever allegedly lied about. So yeah, I might, honestly, what I think I'll do, because this is 2 hours, I'll find like a couple timestamps and then go over it on Friday. And then maybe that'll also be when the theology, I might call the imam in and we'll look at the whether how fake was Muhammad debate. The debate that will end Islam was just how fake was, did he exist or did he really not exist? The debate that saved Europe. And I have been playing in the Battlefield beta. I have a lot to say about that. And about Battlefield in general, because I've been playing Battlefield for a really long time. The long and the short of it is that it's better than I expected, but I'm not happy about the maps. It's not quite, like, it's not my ideal Battlefield. Like, I still think that there's so many features and stuff from the old games that I'd really like to see again. But it's moving in the right direction, and I'm kind of surprised to see that. As long as what people are saying, that the maps I have in the beta are the smallest ones, but they're adding a new map tomorrow, I think. So I'll be able to talk about that too.